Slay the Orcs
All
song. Start
right.
playing that.
You guys have just missed some fun. We were making fun of Alien.
Yeah.
And I just have to say it again, Christian. That layout looks amazing. I love it.
Do you guys have cold
Thanks for
resistance?
making that for it.
Hey, question: Does the rest of the party have cold resistance? Because it looks pretty cold.
Yeah, you guys are going into winter. Welcome everyone to another stream for Penny Dragon Games. This is the Fellowship of the Fallen, as they have been called.
Has anyone actually called us that yet, or have we just decided?
Yeah, you guys have been called that. I'm just trying to enlarge the screen quickly so that I can actually see what are we sitting at for the Kickstarter. It's 14,000.
Oh, I love how we've gone so far over. That's great.
Yeah, it's great. With I think it's 4 days to go. So if you
Is
haven't,
it a short campaign? Like it wasn't.
No, it was the launch was last week Tuesday.
Yeah,
it's not like a month campaign. I thought Kickstarter was always like a month campaign, and this is actually like a week or a 2-week campaign. Cool.
Yeah. No, it was launched last week, and 14,000. It's insane amount of money. So
and we did half of that. We did half of that in the first day.
Yeah, basically.
If not more. I think it was near 10,000 at the end of the first day, wasn't it?
I'll have to go look at the stats and go back through the chats and see everything again. But if you haven't backed yet, please go back for some nice horror things that I might be throwing at the party later. I don't know.
This is our Christmas arc.
When I get my copy, Pirates and Seafaring's out already. I think you can add. I'm going to be throwing some things at you guys in a later book. Going to add some things out of that one in there. But everyone, please, if you haven't backed yet, please go back, go follow this other streams, have fun with us, chat to us. We'll see how we'll be interacting going forward. And we're just here to have fun. So let's go through the introductions quickly as they are on my screen. Carrick, you're up first.
I'm Carrick. I play Crag, the not-so-lovable Goliath barbarian, who is currently staring down a horde of orcs, wondering which guy is the biggest, who he has to punch first.
Cool. Richard.
Hi, my name is Richard. I am playing Luca, halfling rogue. Luca is a they/them, and didn't want to be friends with these people, but seems to be becoming friends with these people.
Hey, you are already friends with Crag. Don't lie.
These people are useful to Luca, and so we will become friends. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, especially Elliot, who can help learn magic. Magic is cool.
Yes, exactly.
He only knows the cantrip. What do you want about?
Worst cleric ever.
Seriously.
The most important thing to a rogue is useful people, not friends.
And even,
That's what you're going to say, useful cantrips.
Even Crag knows the cantrip, technically. He has a 1 in 8 chance of accidentally doing it.
That's it for me.
Why can't we be friends?
Ryan, you're up next.
I'm Ryan. I play Magnar the Willbreaker, or Dragon Killer, depending on who you are. I am a dwarf paladin, trying to keep all of these morons from killing themselves, or getting themselves killed at least. And I basically just trying to harness Luca like a toddler at this point.
Oh, that's going to be funny when that happens. Emil, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Emil. I play Alien, the human wizard. A few things going down at the moment. I have a starting fireball in my hand and getting really irritated by Craig saying he's resistant to cold. Got a fireball in my hand. Let's see.
What do you mean, guys? It's not cold here. What are you talking about?
Tom, you're next.
I'm Tom. I play Aldwin, a human cleric, ex of Neverwinter. Now finds himself wandering around with the rest of his party. And based on Juan's comments earlier, we'll be retconning that he made a bunch of holy water in the downtime.
Oh, okay, cool.
Holy water, yeah, we know what that is.
I mean, that is probably a thing like D&D verse.
And yeah, I'm Jean. I'll be your DM for tonight. Still weird seeing my name on the screen after don't know how many sessions.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master.
I just want to correct something quickly as well. I meant to say Crag, not Luca. Obviously, I'm not harnessing Luca. I meant to say Crag.
Okay.
So you
Luca's
say,
I am a grown-up person. Damn it.
Do you want to make a strength check to see if you harness Crag? Because trust me, you're not gonna.
You know, this Norman sub relationship I've got going, it's not with Luca. I'm sorry.
I didn't consent.
Trying to get polymorphed into a goat, and then it's going to be that picture behind.
No, Crag doesn't consent.
Yes. Oh yes, and of course there's the newest addition to the party, which is Magnus Mount by the name of Ramstein, who we will see what will happen to him tonight.
Hey, no.
Just to catch everyone up, and for those of you who don't take notes, Craig.
Yes. Only in this game, because Craig doesn't remember what he did like the night before.
Only in this game.
Last session, you guys cleared out a excavation site that turned out to be a temple to the dwarven god of greed. You spent the night afterwards with the dwarves who were excavating there and set off early the next morning. As you walked out the gates, you noticed a group of orcs just cresting over the one ridge of this gully. And one of them screamed something at you, which basically translated to "Groomish will kill you all." And that is where we left it off last time.
Groomish?
Legit.
It's a dwarf. It's an orcish god of death or something, right?
It is
Groomsh the One-Eyed.
Groomish the One-Eyed. Yes,
It's not very intimidating.
Is the orcish deity.
Oh, it's just the orcish deity in general.
No, Craig would know nothing about him, most
He
likely.
doesn't know anything about orcs.
So, yeah,
Would
with
I-
that.
I think there's a Pokemon called Shroomish.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shroomish, also the One-Eyed.
And wizards
Don't-
particularly love to eat that Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Target the wizard first. Got it. So if everyone
Oh,
would be
Thank
so kind.
God,
as
I'm rolling
to-
with
Oh,
I'm rolling. You're
wow.
not. You haven't got advantage.
Oh, nat
today,
one.
Luca.
I do not have advantage on my
You do
initiative.
not have advantage on initiative
This could be
today.
troubling. It could be troubling.
oh no, it's going bad already, guys.
While I roll initiative for my
No!
friends
Oh,
here
fuck
quickly.
me.
What the John, what have you done to roll 20?
Why do I not have initiative? This is
I
bullshit.
may have paid them something
gave it to
extra for
myself.
tonight.
I needed it. If I was on a natural one, I'd been right down at the bottom.
If you're waiting for a TPK, viewers, like tonight seems to be the
Suddenly
night.
the odds have gone up.
Magnar, I'm just gonna say, get the fuck out of the way as soon as it's your turn,
I definitely think
just
that
in case.
D&D's initiative system is bullshit.
We don't want Magnar.
I agree.
All right, we've got everyone on initiative. Let's get this party started. Let me just go find my battle music quickly.
Oh, good. I have the highest initiative of the party.
7.18. Hey, you still go first.
Oh, you do?
Actually, other than the
Wow.
orc leader.
Nice.
Fuck me. All of the orcs go before me? Oh no, one orc goes after me. Hopefully it's
So-
like the rank and file orcs.
Yeah, so I've just split the orcs a bit just to make
Oh,
things
Oh, okay.
a bit better. So, what is this orc going to do? He is going to. That's an action. It's an action. That's an action. Cool. So he
Offer
is
us tea.
He's going to offer you tea. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Brian, I'd like to apologize in advance if I roll Cone of Cold.
How about just no?
So yeah, he is going to. You see him. You don't hear him say anything, but you do see him make a couple of gestures with his hand, and it looks like he's muttering something as he's casting a spell.
Counterspell.
Can I counterspell?
I would say. Oh my god!
Is this the first? Wait,
You
is
are
this the
welcome
first?
to.
Is this the first counterspell of the campaign?
Holy
Yes.
shit.
It
Oh,
is
he
the
done did
counter
it.
Counterspell,
spell of
please.
Fuck him up.
I'm assuming
I only
you are
have third
casting it
level.
at third level, yes.
Yes,
Cool.
I only have.
My eyes get really big.
Luca is now like a toddler in a candy store.
Okay.
All right, so as you
I just wanted to. I'm gonna flick up the bangs and then just say no.
all right, so you see him finish his incantation, and he kind of stands there and looks, and nothing happens, and then he looks over at you and he just grimaces at you.
I hope there's only one.
Then he is going to use the rest of his movement to slide down the embankment.
As he approaches, Crag activates the monkey.
He's not approaching you threateningly, unfortunately.
But he tried to cast a spell at us.
He didn't cast a spell at you.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He didn't. Oh, sorry. He didn't cast a spell at the party.
He tried. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
And
wow.
he's just going to move to there. Cool.
Okay.
The orcs go. It's these ones. So let's do some measuring quickly.
Do these ones approach threateningly?
No, they skip down the mountain to the side.
Yeah, they are. So, Craig, are you going to use the brass monkey talisman?
I rolled a 5, so that's a Snillock snowball storm.
Sounds like a yes.
A what? A Snillock?
A Snillock snowball storm. I've never used this. This has never happened before. What does this do?
What's
Okay,
a
1 second.
snowball? Isn't the snowball storm the thing that makes tough terrain and slippery stuff and stuff like that?
No,
We'll see
it's
now.
Oh, that's
a,
sleet storm. I'm thinking of sleet
a
storm.
flurry of. Wait, swarm or storm? Is there a difference?
A flurry of magic snowballs erupt from a point you choose within range. Each creature in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d6 cold damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
So I assume we can actually see the top of the ridge where all the orcs are.
You can only see the ones that you can see now.
So I'm gonna put it like here.
So it activates for you. It would activate on the point where you would see the creature approaching.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make 4 dexterity saves.
Okay.
You can roll your 3d6 so long.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, so that's a natural 1, a 3, a 19, and a 17. So that's 2 fails and 2 successes.
And they take, that's 2 6s, that's 12 plus 4, so 16 points of damage.
All right, 16.
And then it's
for
half
those-
for the others.
16 that for those that failed, that's going to be these 2. And then the other 2 take 8. Cool.
So as Crag casts that, he just sneezes and then just snowballs.
Oh, Crag is
Okay.
Crag is snowballing. Nice.
I look very confused.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
It's like a night at Tony Montana's.
You got the reference. Well, not the reference, but the joke.
Here we go. Gonna eat his head.
Oh,
So the orcs.
Oh, good. They're not.
Oh, they're surrounding us.
Really needed initiative.
We did.
All right, so
Ilian, you had Fireball held as an action, if I remember correctly.
No,
So
well, he said there wasn't enough time. We had to roll initiative
yeah,
immediately.
there was no
That
time.
was just a cinematic thing, yeah. So it didn't really happen.
So let's see how we're going to do this. The orcs, 2 of them are going to strike out at you, Craig,
Okay.
with their great axes. That's a 21 and a
That's-
19 to hit.
Oh, no, they both hit. I'm not raging. Yeah.
Sure.
And that's going to be 2d12 plus.
You're not raging.
No, I haven't raged yet. I haven't got a turn.
So that's 17 plus another. That's 25 points of slashing damage.
Is that one
Okay.
attack or is that both?
That's both attacks.
Phew.
Magna, you are going to take 3 attacks.
How much was it? 20?
All right, then.
25.
Okay, I'm still up. I'm okay for now.
That's going to be a 13, which is going to miss,
Miss.
a 20, and a 22.
I think the other two missed too.
Cool.
Hey, how does a 22 miss? What is your AC?
No, it doesn't.
No, he's being sarcastic.
It's 12. That's 21 points of slashing damage to you.
Half because I'm raging, right?
Yes, half because suddenly you became a barbarian.
And quarter because you got
DM said it.
resistance to orc weapons. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
sorry,
yes.
I forgot about that.
Luca, what are you doing?
So my two fighter friends
Maybe
are
I
getting
still have that
swarmed.
fireball.
So are there 4 more on the
Do
hill?
it.
Is that what I can see?
You could probably see 4 more, yes.
All right, I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out a sticky web bag and throw it at them.
Nice.
So
All
that
right,
does
so-
the equivalent of a web spell in a 20-foot cube.
What's the range of your throw?
Oh god, it's
It should be 20 feet.
it's pretty far. At the it's basically this as if you were casting the spell. So the range.
Yeah, I think
Although-
that gives you a 30-foot range. So yes, you would be within range to cast the spell.
Yeah. The spell range is 60 feet. Although if they're web stacks, I would say they're probably not as long. But I'm not far at all from these guys. So
Yeah, you 15 feet, and they're probably about 15 odd feet up.
so something like that. Bloop. And they have to make. What do they have to do? I'm
Dex
just gonna
saves.
click on it. And I'm not using real dice today because I'm at the office and I don't want to go clackety clack, motherfucker. So what's her name could
Save.
actually be watching the game today and not have to worry about me.
All
typing
right,
on a
I'll,
bad
No,
keyboard or
she still
Gordon.
can't. She still can't. She's not allowed. She's not
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah.
I'll make some dex saves. DC 13 for these orcs. So that's a fail. That's a fail. That's a natural 20. That's a 19 and an 18.
Okay.
Ew.
So- So we will say that this one here is now webbed. This one here is now webbed. And the other 3 are fine. Anything else, Luca?
So I look at Alien and I'm like, here you go. And
Those
I'm
webs
gonna
are webs are flammable as well.
I'll be right back. Again, I don't know. These are spider webs from a gland, so I don't know if it would work the same way as the spell. However, if they are flammable, that's great because Alien's going to light their shit up.
Yeah, have you ever taken a lighter to a spider web?
It goes.
It's going to be great.
It's
So
awesome.
I'm going to do. I'm gonna move. Where am I going to move to? I'm going to move under the goat.
That's a bad spot. You're getting really close.
Yeah, it's fine. You can do that.
I'm going to hide under the goat and use bonus action hide to hide. Hopefully I can. I'm trying to hide from this guy over here. I'm not too worried about the guys that are close to me. I just don't want the guy over here to see me so that I can murder him
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Hopefully, Craig's going to take out 3 if I can do what I want to do.
Do the math, Craig. 1.
No, I could definitely. If I hit with what I think I'm going to hit, I could kill 3 possibly.
Stealth 26. I forgot to turn off advantage, but it's the first one.
26. Cool. As far as you know, you are hidden.
And I say, I'll be right back. And then I go there.
Of course he does.
Ilian, are you casting Fireball?
As the famous Pitbull would say.
Just
Yes,
fireball.
I was casting fireball.
Because 2 of those guys don't get a dex save.
Wait, is this also the first fire? Is this the first fireball as well?
It is the
Yes,
fast
yes,
Fireball as well. Where are you
Yes.
casting Fireball?
Like I wanna cast it high enough that the edge catches these guys. Where's my pointer thingy? That thing. That the edge like is somewhere there around. That it gets these 2 at least.
Yeah.
But
easy
then
enough to do.
as far away from them, but to include them.
So you're
Does that
casting
make
it.
sense?
Oh, so you're casting it back and in the air.
Yeah, I would say
What
like
hits all of them?
on the angle of the cliff, just upwards.
You just
Cast
want to
it.
make sure that you clear that area if
I
there's
want to make
anything
sure
left.
nothing else is up there.
And
Cool.
me. And me. Danger close. Oh god.
Cool.
Oh, but
So,
you have a shield. Hide behind it.
yeah. What's your DC?
That is, sorry, I'll check now. 15.
All right. So that's a pass. That's a fail. That's a pass.
Is it
That's a
3d6?
Pass and a pass. So 1 fails.
Fireball. I think fireball's 4, isn't it?
I'll check for you now.
Three. Just
Two of them were restrained, weren't they?
That's true. So Fireball is 86.
Two of them
Oh,
should
level
not be
one?
making saves at all.
at level 3.
Can't be at
Yeah.
level 1.
Hey, I meant
Right.
the first level you can cast.
Yeah,
that, is what
each
I
creature in a
meant
20-foot radius sphere in
Fuck, I
a
forgot.
foot like this very slow, taking 86 fire damage on a failed save.
Holy
to
shit!
say.
Okay.
Forgot how strong that was.
That's
Yeah,
stupid.
so that's actually just going to be 2 successes and 3 failures.
Okay, so
Bye-bye.
that's 12, 15,
Did you not all remember taking
18,
like 40 points of damage from the
18,
skull?
I did, but like my brain just didn't compute.
18
I haven't
to
cast Fireball.
24 points of damage.
24 total. Cool. So that
Yeah.
one is brought to 0. He's toast.
Wanna
Do
erase
orcs-
that
do
spell from my
orcs,
spell
do
book
orcs
now.
get to do great fortitude or whatever it is that half orcs get, or is that just half orcs?
Yeah, that's only half orcs. I don't give those things to the monsters. So
Okay.
that one's going to take
For a boss,
20
that could be cool though.
24. That one is going to take half damage, so he's only going to take 12. That one is only going to take half damage, so he only takes 12. Cool. So yeah, you see
Crag's eye.
two. You would see 2 of the orcs drop.
Crag's eyes light up with murderous glee as he sees the fireball. This makes him happy. This is what he's here for.
Alien's eyes kind of glow up in the same way, seeing the fireball explode for the first time.
Yay!
Anything else you're doing, Ilian?
That's actually-
Da-da-da-da. Let me just check something quickly. Then I'll tell you yes or yeah, I'm fine.
Cool. Magna, what are you doing?
But first things first, to this orc that's standing in front of me, I'm going to go, which translates as your father was a hamster, or your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Okay.
And then
In what language is that?
orcish.
He kind of just cocks his head at you, not understanding
I
the
don't
idea of a
understand that.
hamster.
Yeah. And then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself for my
Mhm.
bonus action. And then for my action, I'm just going to take 2 shots at this one that's looking injured.
All right, go for it.
So,
Which one that looks injured?
one north of me.
Grant.
Oh,
Don't make
that's
a target.
that's a cock die, which is a shame because it was between 20 and 2.
No, we can just take the 2.
Yeah, no. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. And you know the damage is jumping everywhere. And that's 6 points of damage.
All right, he's still up.
He's still up. Okay, so I'll take the second shot then, which is only a 7. So I'm guessing that's not going to hit.
A 7 will not hit, no.
Rules for the goat, is that as a bonus action, my bonus action, or does he have his own action as part of the thing straight after me?
So, yeah, we just said last time that he basically acts on your turn after you've taken all your things.
But I don't have to use my bonus action to command him.
You do need to use your bonus action. to
Okay,
command.
that's fine then. So then that's my go then.
Would the goat be intelligent enough to react on its own? So like
It can only
know
dodge.
No,
Okay.
because it's a magical creature.
Yeah, it
Oh,
can
I
only
forgot
take
about
the dodge action. Cool. Craig, what are you doing?
First of all, Crag's angry, so I would like to rage,
You are welcome to rage.
and then I will take a swing at the injured guy to my left
Yep.
with the the Raven's Wing.
Mm-hmm.
Great Weapon Master.
Yep.
So that's
Imagine
a
for
natural
Craig,
20.
That will hit.
Sure.
So 10 damage off the bat. And plus 1, so that's 11 damage off the bat. Plus 5, 10. That's what I get a plus 3 to my attack, don't I? Naturally, plus 2. Plus 5, because raging. And yeah, so that is 25 damage.
That is more than enough.
And then I'll turn and I'll take my second attack at the guy that is to the south of me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 19, so that's -5, so that's a 14. Plus 1, so it's a 15.
15 hits.
Yeah. That is 2d6, well, 3d6 is one of Divine Fury this bitch. So that's 4 plus 5, no, 4 plus 6, that's 10. Plus 7, so that's 17 damage.
All right, 17 damage. He is still up. He's badly injured though.
Then, yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
The leader's a spellcaster. Krag's not going to challenge him to a 1v1. It wouldn't be
Aldrin,
fair.
What are you doing?
Oh, so
He's rolling a 3 initiative with advantage. That's what he's doing.
what are you going to do?
But did you actually roll a 3 initiative with advantage?
Yeah.
How?
Magic.
Fun.
Helm really said "fuck you."
It's a consistency thing. He's consistent.
I've not been doing well in initiative rolls the last few fights.
You do kind of want the cleric to go kind of towards the end of initiative.
Yeah, you want to heal everybody.
Yeah.
I suppose I better start doing some healing, hadn't I?
I mean, you could do damage. I don't think anyone will complain.
I suppose. Right. Okay. Let's start with Gauntlet goes blue and a fist heads towards the spellcaster, and bonus action spiritual weapon on him.
All right.
And that will go for a grasping hand.
All right. That would be. Let's see what's he gonna do. Yeah, he's definitely gonna do athletics. That's a dirty 20.
That's a straight 20. So I think did you have to meet and beat, or do I?
If it meets it, it beats it. Yeah. In this case.
Yeah. You.
Wait, when you said a dirty 20, you said a straight 20. Is that
No, I realized I had +3, so it's not a straight 20.
Right.
So that's a shame.
Yeah, he kind of just shrugs it off.
Well, only just, I think. That's cool.
Yeah, he kind of bets the gauntlet away with his shield.
So that's up. I need that one. And then so that deals with the magic side of things. Oh, it's not concentration. What am I doing? Yeah, and then I think we'll just, with the gauntlet still blue, we'll grasp the symbol and the twilight dome will surround me and we'll start getting healing out to people.
Right.
As I channel divinity.
Cool.
He's gone full Robert Pattinson.
Twinkle, sparkle, 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 twinkle.
I find it funny how much he hates that fucking movie as well.
All right. The other orcs are gonna go. They're just gonna slide down the hill.
Sure.
To about there, and Aldwin gets some nice HP there, and then they are gonna pull out javelins.
Oh.
And they're gonna chuck them at Ilian. So that's a natural 2, natural 1, and then that's a 12. That's going to be a 18 to hit.
So that one hits.
All right. So Ilian, you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as a javelin slams into your thigh.
Okay, at that I'm just gonna, well, I'm still looking straight at the spellcaster and just looking like, try it, come on. -6 you said, right?
-6, yes.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Just like Palpatine in the corner. Do it. Do it.
Drag me down with all of your wizard power.
All right, it is back to the spellcaster's turn. So he is probably going to, let's double check. He knows you can counter his spells. Doesn't want to take a chance with another spell. They need to deal with you first.
Oh no, I was gonna go for Alien. Wait, is Alien still up? I thought Alien was dead after the 3 javelins.
And if
Only one
Two
hit.
missed.
Yeah,
Oh jeez, I zoned out there for a second.
only one hit him.
Even then, he
Alien's
only
doing-
took 6
Alien's doing the
damage.
Ace Ventura dance, however. There's one javelin stuck in his leg and he's going. I'll throw you a javelin, Alien. Oh!
Yeah, so he himself is gonna pull out a javelin as well,
What?
and he is going to chuck it at Magna.
Really?
Natural one, it's not gonna hit.
Wow.
Does
Does
he
it
hit
hit his
top of
own
the
guy?
No, we do not do critical failures on this
All
one.
right.
I mean, but like to be fair, he's throwing it directly at Magnar, and his own guy's in front of him.
I'll just ping it off my shield, just bounce it away.
He's just gonna take a couple of steps back.
Because the gauntlet
Nope.
doesn't get an opportunity. Yeah, I
Nope.
always ask that.
All right, the other orcs go. So we'll say that I'm just gonna move this corpse. We'll say
Frank hit him so hard he flew backwards. That's what happened there.
yes. That one is going to step there. This one is going to move up, and that one is going to step there. So all of their 1, 2, 3 of the attacks will have advantage. We'll start with those. First on Magna. That's a
How will 3 have advantage?
Because of their
18.
flanking.
flanking.
There's
Yeah,
only 2 of them flanked. There's that one. Oh wait, yeah.
There's 3
with
people
you as well.
in.
So Magna 18 to hit.
Miss.
That one's also gonna miss, and then the one at Craig. I'm rolling like crap. These dice are gone.
I wanted to say it was like even at me it was like a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, Magna, the last one at you is another 18 that also misses.
I'm just like spinning furiously with my shield, like ding, ding, ding.
I was saying you're rolling like crap, but that all of those would have hit me.
No, you've gone turtle, man. You're just like
Yeah. Ultra
my
turtle.
armor. My armor.
Luca,
is like-
Luca, it is your turn.
Did one
oh
not hit
God.
me?
So I look at my friends who are getting battered but still standing. I look at Alien.
I'll show you the javelin.
It's, and there's
Is this
3
like-
orcs rushing
you know the
towards Alien.
double
I'm
arm
like,
thing,
God
like-
damn it.
Look, right there.
Is that a javelin in your leg, or are you just
Exactly.
happy to see me?
Well, I'm hidden under the goat. Do I think the guy next to me can see me here?
I'm not even gonna ask you to roll for it. No, you don't think he can see you.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the spellcaster who didn't seem to be casting any spells. Whatever. I was afraid he was a big threat. And I'll look back over here, and I'm going to chuck a dagger, I think, at one of these guys that has more hit points. Well, I mean, again, I'm metagaming, but I'll chuck a dagger at the closest one and work my way up the crowd. So,
All right.
kind of like
I mean, you could say the one of the ones that look healthier.
underhand chuck. Yeah, they're roasted and webbed, so who knows?
Yeah, they
chuck a dagger.
all 3 of them look bad.
Okay, so I'm assuming that they can't see me, so I'm going to give
No, you-
myself advantage and sneak attack.
You are correct in assuming that, yes.
And I think I'm going to pull out one of my. I still have some ghoul claw daggers.
Yeah.
What I don't even know what that does. So I'm just going to attack with the dagger, and we'll see if it hits. So AC 16
16 hits.
for 19 damage plus whatever the ghoul claw does.
It was plus
wha-
1 poison, and then it paralyzes.
Whatever the ghoul claw does doesn't matter because that orc goes down
It's
with the dagger sticking out of its neck.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm going to throw a dagger at the next one in line using my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
That one is only going to do basic damage.
All right.
That's a normal one.
But it's
or
going to be
overkill?
another ghoul claw. Why not? Might as well use them. I had 6 or 7.
I
I
mean,
do
but they're
not-
single use.
So I think I don't have advantage anymore.
You do not.
And so I will, and I don't have sneak attack. Man, I wish I could just be rolling dice. AC 16 again for 5 pure. Oh, hang on. The damage is actually one damage.
1 damage is
I don't-
exactly the amount of
Yes!
HP that he had left.
Kill 2.
As he sees his friend drop and he looks over in your direction, the dagger just barely nicks his neck, but that is enough to cut a major
Okay.
artery.
I have to admit that that second attack, I feel like I'm probably not hidden anymore, which means the guy next to me could have imposed disadvantage on my attack, or he can take a free swing. I don't know.
How could he have done that?
That's fine.
Because I was hidden. Yeah. So I am now no longer hidden, and I'm going to I'm just going to move here, so I'm not triggering anything.
Cool.
I'm still under the goat. This is a male goat, so he's got huge bollocks. Just going to hide behind that, and that's it for me.
Cool. Ilian, what are you doing?
I am going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the caster over there, please. So
All right,
that's
you need
intelligence
to make
saving
an
throw.
Intelligence save.
I'm the smart orc.
Well, you don't know. Maybe he's wise.
maybe
no.
he's
More
a
charismatic.
cleric.
You could be
That's
charismatic.
That's a 13 to hit. 13 on the save. Sorry.
Okay, so that fails. So there is 3d6, and he can choose between moving, bonus action, or action. He cannot do
Alright.
all three.
You made him dumb.
That is 3 plus 9 damage. I think it's force. Psychic.
No. Yeah, to do psychic. 3. You said 3 plus 4.
6 plus 3, so it's 9.
9 damage total.
And then I am
Jesus.
going to just move to there.
Is he still pointing at the javelin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still pointing at it.
That's okay. It's a free action to remove the javelin from your leg.
Also, that was my full movement to drag it.
All right, Magna, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna just slap this one again. No, I'm not. I'm gonna try again.
Oh God.
You might know
Natural
this?
20 on the second
nice.
one though.
Can I make
Alright.
you re-roll your first one?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, you
I
can.
can, yes. So chronal shift, re-roll first one.
Okay. Well, my second roll was a natural 20, so that would have been my first shot then.
I mean, you could just
Yeah,
reroll the
so
first
the-
shot. And keep
So no,
second attack.
the natural 20 is now the first attack.
Damn it.
So that's this one here. I'm guessing that I don't need to roll damage.
You don't have to roll damage. He had 3 HP left.
And then
Well, technically, I am supposed to know before I know if it hits or misses. So I
That's
don't think I
fine.
would. Are you fine with that?
Yeah, with the stream and things, there's sometimes, chatting on Zoom, there's a bit of a delay sometimes, so I'm not going to be too much of a stickler on that.
Okay, just checking that. Okay.
And then
No,
I
but he
take-
didn't use his second attack yet. His natural 20 became his first attack roll, so
Yeah.
you're not wasting anything.
Yeah.
He will now be able to make his second attack on somebody else.
True, but it would have been nice to have the nat 20 on the level full.
Yeah.
That's what you can argue.
And that one's a natural 19 plus 5 is a 24
More than
Yes,
enough.
it is.
with.
But I did use my reaction to do that.
Did.
So that's 7 damage, and that'll be that then. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to have Ramstein do an attack. He's going to ram this one.
All right.
So the roll is 18.
18 hits.
And that's 2 plus 3, so it's 2, 3, so 6 points of damage.
All right. He is still up, but barely.
Ah, fuck's sake.
So basically, I am like, Ramstein, help! And he just headbutts the hell out of this orc.
Yeah, you kind of hear a crack, and as he pulls back, there's quite a bit of blood running from that orc's nose right now, and it's even more flat than it was a second ago.
Excellent.
And the
I
goat's
got
bollocks
11
swing
as well.
around the front. I'm like, oh Jesus.
It's just what's the death toll? What's the toll of the dead? It's just above you, like dong dong dong.
Balls, balls.
No. So sorry, Magna. That's the tool of the dead.
Oh yeah, the tool of the dead. I like it.
Craig, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna swing at the injured guy first.
Yep.
That's normal attack, so that's a 15.
15 just hits.
Do I need to roll damage?
No, you don't.
Yeah. He's just decapitated, like backhanded. He kind of swings back, like with the sword back to swing at the guy in front of him, and he just decapitates that guy instead on the back swing. And then I'm going to make another attack. Great Weapon Master with this guy here. That is a 13.
13 hits.
Ooh.
For 10 damage immediately. Well, no, 11 damage immediately. 3d6 because I'm using a Divine Fury. So that's 4 plus 5, that's 9. Plus
So
5,
20.
that's 9 plus 5, so that's
25 total.
25. Plus another d6, so that's 6 plus 3, so that's another 9.
Did you add your 2 for raging?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
on the
already
first.
in there.
Yeah. Divine Fury doesn't get the +2 for rage.
Right,
I
well,
didn't know
that,
if you'd add it in or
Yeah.
all together.
well,
No,
that attack, you just cleave
And
through
then-
that orc in one swipe.
How far away is this guy? Sorry, just 1 second. Yep, he's exactly within my range. I'm going to have Crag sprint headlong at the caster. And then for my bonus action, since I killed someone using a Great Weapon Master attack, I can make another attack as a bonus action.
Mhm.
So I'm going to make one more attack. That's not 20.
Cool.
Oh,
So that's what, 2d6 plus 5. Oh, wait, 2d6. So that's 10 immediately. Then it's 2d6 plus. No, 11 immediately. 2d6 plus 1. That's 3, 6. Well, 11. So that is 33 points of damage.
All right, he is still up.
Not for
Barely,
long.
but
Not
he
for
is
long.
still up.
yo.
So with that, Crag is just gonna obviously he doesn't kill him, but he's gonna try drive the greatsword into the orc's ribs, and he's gonna whisper just like in his ear, "You're next."
Aldwin, what are you doing?
Gauntlet's still flashing blue. I'm just sending the spiritual weapon towards him, fist first.
All right, rolling an attack.
Rolling an attack on this time. Yeah.
Like Ultraman. Just like that, fist rock.
So
Yeah.
18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Bonk for a bonk.
Bonk. For 10 force damage.
All right, that is enough.
You
which
fist
is
him
a
for
good-
10 damage. He got
Which is
fisted
a
to death.
good thing for you.
Can I please know what spell I counterspelled after this encounter?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Can Crag high five the gauntlet just as free action?
Yeah, you can.
Teamwork!
You are more than welcome to.
Then I will move to there. And I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Wait, is there
Jesus.
much point? Oh yeah, there's 2 left.
I can get both of them with this while I'm here. So that's lots of little miniature suits of armor start to swirl around me.
All right, what's the range on that?
It's a 15-foot sphere, I believe.
All right, and if they start their turn, they take damage.
Aldwin's just
Indeed.
become the nutcracker.
All right.
So wait, level 6 is when clerics start to get crazy overpowered, isn't it?
What do they make? They make a wisdom save.
Yes, DC 15. If they're within the green circle.
Okay, so I
And that's
rolled
radiant
a
damage.
16 on the dice. They've got a +0 to wisdom. So he's gonna. That first one's gonna take half.
Yes.
All right, he only takes 5, which is fine. Because now he is going to. Yeah, it's fine. He's going to run so that he's out of the spirit shroud.
No, he's going for alien.
And he is just going to wail on Alien with his great axe.
Yeah.
Please don't crit.
That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that is a 12 on the dice +4. So you take 16 points of slashing damage as this orc just lays into you with his great axe.
I suddenly forget about the javelin.
The Groomsh is no longer there. The other orc remaining.
Did you say Groomsh is no longer there?
The Eye of Groomsh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Groomsh is no longer there. I was like, we killed a god.
No, you did. Trust me, if you were
Already?
fighting Groomsh, you would not be standing
I think we
a
would know
chance.
about it.
You would know you are fighting him. The remaining orc is just going to swing at Magna. He can't really do anything else.
Does he count as being in the? Sorry, dear question. Is he
yeah,
near enough to
he's-
count as in? What's your
I'll-
ruling on that one?
I'll see.
Because he's slightly less than half.
I mean, he's less than half in, so I'm going to say, I mean, he can technically stay out of it.
Okay, that's fine. Just so I know for future. Thank you.
So that's going to be a 22 to hit Magna.
Yep.
And that is, there was a crap roll. You only take 8 points of slashing damage.
That's off the temporary, so that's fine.
And he's just going to stay where he is for now. Luca.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move back here. I'll be like, "Hey, bud, what did I miss? I'm back. I'm back. Oh, and then I'll just stab this orc with my rapier.
All right. Your magical rapier.
Yeah. So I will attempt to stab him. So I have no advantage, but I have sneak attack because I am next to.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet.
Apparently, I have a +1 armor class to defense for some reason. It's on my sheet. I don't know why.
That might be it's one of its automatic things if you activated it. Like you had bless on last
It might
week.
be like when you gain a certain level as a rogue, you might get something. Anyway, I'm not gonna turn that on because I don't know what it is. But anyway, so I will attack, and if I don't hit, I can then try with a dagger. But we'll see what happens here. AC 12.
Yeah, the orc just bet your rapier aside, nearly
You-
snapping it in half.
You suck. Dagger. AC 13. Gee whiz.
13 hits for.
so I try for 20 damage, 13 sneak and 7 piercing.
Jeez. King rogues.
And that's all I can do.
All right. That
Oh, I
is
killed
the
him.
end
Good.
that is the end of that orc. Jeez, 20 damage. That was a lot. Elian, what are you doing?
Crying.
Seeing everything calming down. Let's toll the dead at this one. So wisdom saving throw, please.
All right.
As I feel very deathly at the moment.
What's
gonna
your
need a
DC?
tourniquet on that one.
15.
Yes, 15.
Yeah, you rolled a 14. So
Okay.
you take the D12s.
12, that is a 9 and a 6. So 15 points of damage.
All right, he is still up.
Come on.
Not for long.
Magna, what are you doing? Elian, unless you wanted to move.
Did I
I'm
get
good.
10 hit points? Did I just get 10 hit points?
You get 9,
Thank you.
Luca.
Always remember, Elian, crying's a free action.
Well, it's okay for now.
You have a javelin
Get to,
stuck
like,
in your leg
single
and you have an
digits?
axe stuck in
Are you
your
okay?
shoulder.
You look weak. Can I hold your spell book?
Yo! Yo! Alien cost, what's it, Misty Step?
I think you just had the
Hey.
darkness spell cast on you because you just got shaded.
Cool. Yeah, I'm assuming nothing. Magna, what are you doing?
No,
This
no,
orc
not doing
is
anything.
not looking good.
I'm just going to step to the side and say to Rammstein, gore him. And so I want Rammstein to basically run up and just gore him with his horns.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, 21.
that definitely hits.
And hopefully enough damage now, otherwise this is going to look sucky.
You were all 1 damage.
That's 9 damage.
More
Is it
than
like
enough.
a death metal beat that happens? Dun, chugga, 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 dun, chugga, 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 dun, when he when he
How
runs.
does this orc die?
So yeah, Rammstein's just going to duck his head down, hook it onto the horn, and just lob him up into the air. And you're just going to hear the Wilhelm scream of the It just goes flying up in the air.
That's a goofy scream. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the goofy one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
And then as he comes down, he just calls him again.
Cool. And yeah, that would be all of them.
What does the magic man have?
No, well, what did he
in his
try and use?
pockets?
He was casting a spell on his allies.
Oh, okay.
Aldwin would probably have recognized that he was casting Bless.
Or was it
That
cleric?
would have still pretty sucked. So
Yeah.
he was wise.
Some of those would have probably passed the thing. Yeah.
I just got to grab Ramstein and be like, "Who's a good goat? Yes, you're a good goat." Just
I
give him scritches and like rub the blood off his face so that he can see again.
I guess you could say Rammstein is the goat.
Yeah.
He's the
Kinda
greatest
like-
of all time.
I just want to like limp past Alduin and Magna and just inspect this rock. Just like looking back at them with like weird eyes. Just inspecting the rock again.
What?
You're expecting the rock? What?
It's like I put on my goggles of night, and he's like hugging Ramstein, who's just like this green glowing artificial object. I'm like, that's so weird. Like, he's not a real ghost.
How long do the temporary hit points last?
To your next rest.
Oh shit, no, then I'm actually fine. I'm not doing that.
So we're good.
You're going to also get 12 hit points back as I hit you with one of the healing packs.
Can I
Thank you
search
very
the
much.
head orc?
Yeah, I'm just busy pulling it up now
Okay.
quickly. It will be a for him.
Magna, 14.
Give
Danke
me an investigation check.
Ah,
Crag, 13, and guidance as I'm here.
nice. That's actually not bad. That is 16.
All right, with a 16, I mean he's wearing a set of ringmail armor.
Crag removes it.
He's got a shield with him. He's still got one javelin left. He has a spear. And then for the other things,
Can I ask what type of armor is ringmail? Like how heavy is it?
the ringmail is heavy armor, if I remember correctly.
I think it is.
Yeah,
never.
it's like a cheap, it's like an inferior chainmail.
So it'll be heavy armor then, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, Crag leaves it on him unless anyone else wants it. I thought it was like light armor. And then what else was it? The javelin, which Crag will add to his own supply.
Yeah. So you also see that this specific orc only has one eye, and he's got an eye patch over the other eye.
Crag
Or
flips
the
the eye patch
missing,
over.
the missing one.
Oh, he flips
Yeah,
the eye patch
there-
over. Is there a missing eye?
Yeah, there's a missing eye.
Crag picks up a pebble and puts it in the eye socket.
That's
and
weird.
then he gets it. Like, I don't know, he finds a sharp rock and then just takes the other eye out.
All
Is
right.
this one eye Willy?
No, it's no eye really now.
We're the Goonies.
Crag just gores the other eye out. He mentioned someone say Groom's the one-eyed. And so Crag is just going to be disrespectful and he's just going to stab the eye out.
All right.
Just in case. He's weird. He's like, what, did you hear what they called this guy?
No, we didn't hear
No,
any
we wouldn't
names.
Well, you said he's like the speaker of Groomford, like the eye of Groomsh, so just pop the eye out just in case.
Can I check these bodies around where I am? These 5?
Yeah, so I mean, most of the other orcs, all of the other orcs are wearing hide armor. They've got great axes. Those that didn't throw javelins still have 2 left. The others all have 1 left. They've got some rations on them, some basic exploring gear, those kinds of things. Nothing of too much value.
How
When
many
you said-
javelins total?
It would be, so there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 plus another 5. So 15 javelins.
I'll take 5, but I don't know if then Craig wants to take any more.
I have like 7 of them at this stage. So I'm good. Can we go around and gather up the rations?
Oh. Yeah, you could gather the rations. It would probably be enough rations to last the party for a week.
Okay, so he'll just to distribute between the party, like
Yeah.
that'll be just gathered.
And I'm guessing the
And-
only ID we have on these guys is the god you mentioned, Shroomish,
Grim.
the Pokemon.
Grumsh. Shrumsh.
Don't make me rewrite this
I'm sorry.
because I will. I've got nothing but time.
Do any of them have any gold on them or coins?
That's the strange thing. You do not find any gold at all on any of them.
Literally, this is a shit orc raiding party, not a single coin.
No,
Yeah, they
I'm
didn't
more
bring money
like-
with them on their raid. Isn't that weird?
I'm.
I mean,
Everyone that investigated the orcs, give me a perception check.
Magna, you'll get guidance because I'll be next to you at this
I was
point.
going to say, could I?
Oh.
I never investigated them, so I don't notice anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that
that's a 14.
these didn't travel from far, though. This was to attack this, so they wouldn't have come from far.
How would they-
Perception with guidance, is it?
Yep.
Did you magnet this?
So it would be Craig, Magna, Elian, you were looking at rocks. Alduin, you were busy healing people. Yeah, so it's only Craig and Magna.
What do we hear or see?
What your rolls?
Oh, I have a 14.
14. Cool.
It's all on Craig. It's all on Craig.
So Craig, you notice that painted on the shield of the one with the eye patch, it appears to be 2 broken arrows, but like in a skull and crossbone
Yeah.
type pose.
Craig kicks up the shield kind of like a skateboard and then catches it and then holds it up. He's like, anyone recognize this?
Can I check it out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
you
I look
can.
at it too? I can help Alien, or Alien can help me, or we can.
I will guide one of them, but I'm looking as well.
How important do you think this is going to be?
Christian, you did it again.
Do you want to help me?
Christian always does it.
I know, but like,
Yeah, you've
Christian,
got-
how do you afford
We're helping
this?
you, Emil.
What check is it? Religion.
Oh God, religion.
So
What check is it?
you can make a religion check or you can make a history check, your choice.
Uh,
Yeah,
Your
I can
religion
aid,
check.
I will aid you if it's allowed.
Yep.
okay.
You guys can confer on
So-
this.
I'm smart but
Plus-
untrained in those 2 skills.
That's 7 plus 7, so it's 14.
Plus guidance.
The guidance is a D4, right?
Yeah.
That way is that one.
15 anyway.
Does
That
guidance
is
get powered up
a
as a cantrip?
4, so 18.
Can be lucky.
That was with advantage. You got a 7.
I'm being stupid.
Sorry.
Okay, 14 plus 7, 21 plus 4
Alright, more
is
than enough.
25.
Yeah.
Right. So you would know that these
Thank you.
orcs most likely come from the Broken Arrows tribe. They used to live much farther to the north in the Sword Mountain range. And they normally don't come this far south.
Sword Mountain. That's not the ones where that's not the
That's the
mountains
ones
we're
we're
currently in,
in,
is it?
but-
Crag is from the Sword Mountains. Do you know anything?
You
With
are
the tribe?
further. You are further north in the
Further
Sword
north.
Mountains. Yeah.
I can't imagine they traveled all the way down here, like right now. So they must have a camp set up nearby.
We can find it.
But why would they be here if they're based farther north? They wouldn't come for a temple they wouldn't know existed.
Orcs roam.
Maybe they just happened upon us, like going further south.
Hunting party.
I'm sure if they did have a camp, we could possibly find out more.
Would it be possible to climb to the top of this?
Yeah. I mean,
How far up is
give me an athletics check. It's about 15 feet.
Yeah, Craig,
Yeah.
your god deals with the dead. Can't
Yeah.
she ask the spirit of this or what the fuck they were doing?
Actually, Crag will walk back up. Which orc?
Oh,
Any of
geez.
them?
Don't teabag him.
he grabs the corpse of the orc by the orc chieftain and like by the ringmail and just lifts it up and he goes, "Why were you here?"
Give me a religion check.
Oh, please. Please, dice. Don't let me down. Let's see what I have. Religion. I have a -1.
Can I aid him because I was helping him?
I'm gonna
No.
cast.
I
I'm
asked.
gonna cast message. I'm gonna cast message and whisper. I came down because I wanted to kill some fools.
No. Let me actually do this. No. Let me do this for real. That's an 18.
All right. Craig, as you stand there shaking this orc, I mean, it's lifeless corpse, just kind of flopping from side to side. You feel at first nothing. And then you kind of feel a cold breeze blowing from what would it be, northwest. And it kind of gives you the chills.
Like the chills is in like I'm actually cold, or just that like tingly feeling in the spine that something's magical or spirit like weird's happening.
It's kind of a mixture of both.
Okay. Oh. Crag just kind of unceremoniously just drops the body into a heap. And then he points in the direction and he's like, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like we should go that way.
Do we believe him?
Why?
If everyone that looks in the direction Craig is pointing back towards the ruins.
Why would you want to go back?
I feel something. Like,
What do you feel?
Are you
like,
pointing
we need
to
more
the
than
ruins?
that.
Are you pointing beyond the ruins?
I mean, I don't know, beyond. I just feel like there's this, like, wind's not gonna come from there. It's like we're up against we're not like a breeze has no right coming from that direction. And I feel some like weird, tingly coldness. It's not natural.
I bet if we follow their tracks, they'll go up the hill and then turn north the way you want to go. So
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. I just feel like
Do we want to
my
follow
brain,
these tracks, maybe?
Sure, why not?
Craig's gonna pull his medallion out from like the strap that goes across his chest and look at it, and then put it back. Oh, hi.
I'm going to say, if you want to really do want to ask sorts of questions, we could do that tomorrow. We just need to take a head with us.
Okay, then Craig cuts that off the figure.
100%. It takes you a bit of time, but you are.
Would it take Craig a bit of time? Would it?
Yes.
Like, realistically, would it?
It's just a bad chop and just goes crooked.
My dog came to say hello,
perfect
stream, by the way.
lines.
He left again, but he came to say hi.
How tall is this embankment that they slid down?
15 feet.
Yeah, it was at the lowest point. It's about 15 feet. It goes all the way up to 80 feet at certain points.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Where they kind of was 15 feet. Okay. So
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll tell Ramstein to go and stand basically at the base of it, and one by one, like just using his head, just kind of help everyone get up onto the top.
Will I make my athletics checks to climb with advantage? Because I was gonna climb anyways.
Yeah, you can. No, you wouldn't get advantage on your athletics check.
It's helping me. Look, on top of Ramstein, Crag can probably
Boy
reach.
is helping you.
Crag is probably taller than 15 feet on top by standing on top of Ramstein. Let's be real here.
Yeah, but it's also a slippery slope. It's
No,
not.
true.
Yeah, it's not designed to be climbed. But yeah, everyone that's climbing, give me athletics checks.
I'm going to start the discussion now with the argument that could I use acrobatics instead somehow instead of athletics to climb?
I'm just gonna, like-
because there's a lot of loose rocks.
I'm
on
just
this.
gonna like walk next to Luca and just like tap him on the shoulder and just say, "Do you know that spider climb you cast on me? That was
yeah, I have this staff.
that was pretty fun, you know."
I hold it up to you and then I cast it on myself.
What did he do? Well, I missed
No,
that, sorry.
I'll cast spider climb on you using one of the charges of the staff.
Yeah.
And
then-
I
Oh,
just
there you
want
go.
to touch Luca's shoulder and then I'll cast fly onto him using my
Oh, wow.
final third level.
Yeah.
This is
Wow.
just like a repayment thing.
This
Oh,
feels
wow.
like a this
Did
feels
you
like a
say
bad
you
trip
can't
for you.
fly?
But, yeah.
This is a
I
new
can't fly him.
bromance starting.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, Aldwin, cool.
So I'll get my bow out and get
How
ready.
long is
and
it?
then-
How long have we had roughly
Yeah.
since the end of the encounter to climbing up now?
It's been a bit of time. So your
Definitely my
Twilight
auras
would
have
have
dropped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your auras have definitely dropped.
I'm just wondering whether my spiritual weapon's still.
Yeah.
Tom, just quick question.
Yes.
When you healed all of us, which one of those was Craig's? I never added it.
The
You didn't get it.
the
'cause you went out
13. No, the 13 was yours.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So did anyone get lower than a 12?
No.
I'm
I'm
just about to-
guessing
sorry.
spider climb is fine. Do I need to roll
No.
for that?
No, spider climb, you fine. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys are able to climb out of this gully. It is quite rocky up here. It's difficult. It's going to be difficult going if you're going to continue this way.
Can I have the spiritual weapon behind, just ready to catch if anyone starts to slide?
Yeah, you can do that. So what you would see is a section of these Sword Mountains going off towards that would be the north. You would know that it makes a kind of an indentation as it comes back south again, and then continues and keeps going towards the northeast.
If looking north, is there any mountain that feels like it's the direction that Craig?
Well, I'm
got
gonna
the feeling from?
fly. I'm gonna fly up and up and up until I can look down and see, like, if they have a camp nearby, maybe I could spot it from high up.
Yeah,
Or if they left a trail or whatever.
give me a perception check. Craig, as you look towards the northeast, you do just see the Sword Mountains continuing in that direction.
So I don't get another feeling or anything as we get closer now.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Dirty 20 on the perception.
All right. Luca, you do not see any signs of a camp. You can see the valley towards the north. You can see where Umbridge Hill, or in the direction of Umbridge Hill. You can't quite see it from this distance.
What is Umbridge Hill? Is that a place that we are going to?
It's where the windmill was.
The healer that we rescued from the manticores.
Okay, so am I to understand from that then that these are just, they don't have a camp? They were just kind of like traveling through the wilderness and they happened upon us, or?
As you fly around in this area, because I think you've got an hour?
He's got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes is enough. I mean, you get a decent fly speed.
Well, I'm going to go for as long as I can.
It's 60 feet, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can scour the plains area. You do not see anything that resembles a camp or a track or anything like that. Give me a survival check.
See, I'm pretty shit in nature, so here we go. Survival. Oh god.
Can Craig assist by checking?
Hey!
That
No,
one.
Luca is flying around on his own, so no, you can't.
Okay.
Assist. All right, so yeah, Luca, continue what you were doing.
Yeah, so I'm a natural one. I'm just looking, but if you recall our first session when I couldn't find traps in the bushes and I couldn't find bad guys in the bushes, just I'm good in like a pub or like robbing a bank. In a library, I'm excellent, but out here, no good. So I'm gonna push it, and hopefully make it back before 10 minutes is up. So
yeah. No, I'll say. I mean, you can make it back before the 10 minutes are up. I'm not gonna
Bells give a tingle when they're about to run out. Anyways.
yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna make you take 20d6 fall damage from falling out of the sky.
Yeah, I won't take any damage from falling.
Good. Can I make a survival check
I'll
to see if we
warn
see
you.
tracks in the ground then from where
Yeah,
we are?
give me a survival check.
Does anyone want to guide or help?
I will guide you.
I don't think I can help with that.
I mean,
No, I'm
I'll
really
aid
bad
him
at
if I
that.
can, or I can do it myself if.
So are you going to aid?
I don't mind. Do you want me to aid you? Do you want me to make my own roll?
I have proficiency in survival, so I have a +4.
I'll aid you. I'll aid you.
Cool. That's 16.
All right. So with a 16, one thing that you do notice is this is rocky terrain. And the one thing that you know about rocky terrain is it's very difficult to leave tracks there.
That's all I know.
And that's all you know.
No, we're not going to find tracks on rocks. Unless it's wet, but these rocks aren't they're so wet, you're not going to leave a track on them.
Yeah, and I'll come back in 9.5 minutes and say, yeah, from up there, I couldn't see anything either. I don't know. I think these are just a roving band of orcs. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go find those gnomes.
We do need to concentrate on this at the moment, so
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea.
All right, worst comes to worst, we run into more orcs and we kill more orcs. I don't see that as an issue.
So you guys would know that Nomengard is probably about 17 miles from here.
How long would that take?
Most of the day.
Most of the day.
Okay. Yeah, can we get a short... Does anyone feel like we need a rest before we go, or...
If you take a short rest now, you would probably get there just before nightfall.
I mean, just in case people want to top off before we get there.
You'll lose your temporary hit points if you do, just to say.
Yeah. We'd
I'm
also
pretty
regain
good
our
to go.
full hit points. I'm good to go as well.
No, with the temporary hit points, I'm actually at 40, so yeah, I'm fine.
Let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
All right, so you guys set off. Let's me just make a roll quickly.
Oh, I wonder what that roll's for.
I wonder what it is as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Definitely
guessing
don't know.
that that group wasn't orchestrated.
Are we near a ledge of any sorts? And specifically,
Near
you gonna jump
to
off?
the outside of it.
What does Craig want to do?
He wants to, if there's a ledge nearby, Craig wants to push Magnar off it. Actually, no. Magnar will be on the Rammstein. Craig pushes Magnar on Rammstein after the combat.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys take your travel. You basically just hugging close to the Sword Mountain range as much as you can. It does take you most of the day, and eventually you get close to where you believe Nomengard should be.
Good.
Are you? I'm asking if you guys are pushing on, or
Yeah.
are you making camp and then proceeding to Nomengard
Well,
during in the morning?
do gnomes like being disturbed at night?
I don't think so.
I don't think anyone likes being disturbed at night, do they?
I mean, I've never met a gnome.
They live in a cave. Does it really matter?
Yeah, I've never met a gnome.
Yeah. So as far as you know, they live in a cave.
Like,
I mean-
do they even know night and day that well?
I mean, I'm assuming they come out of the cave.
Depends.
Would
Some
we
do,
know what
some
the
don't.
sleeping patterns of a gnome is?
Give me
Hey,
an
Magnar,
intelligence check.
Magnar, you guys usually live in the cave.
Hey, I'm
Well,
not
not in a
participating
cave,
in this
underground.
form of racism.
But like,
Oh, that's
You
a
guys
10.
have-
Someone rolled on the app.
A 10. Yeah, you are not sure what kind of time gnomes keep.
hey, Magnar,
Hmm.
dwarves like to live underground, right?
No,
No.
In caves?
we live in mountains. That's not underground.
I've
Under
always been
rock.
told- I mean, it's the same
So
thing. isn't
when
it?
you live under rock, what are your sleeping patterns?
yeah, like does night and day matter? You have the same.
Magnar's
Concept.
totally just fucking with Crag right now. It's just like trying to wind him up.
Like I live in I grew up in mountains too, but not in mountains. But you know what I mean.
Alden's walking along behind going, oh god. Oh god.
They would still have an understanding of what is light and what is day.
Okay, let's just go.
So you guys going at night time. Cool.
I mean, look, we do have to let them know there's a dragon.
All right.
I feel like they wouldn't mind being disturbed if we tell them there's a fucking dragon.
Yeah, I just need to make a quick update to my dynamic lighting. Daylight mode is off. I'm
Luke, you
just
can see at
gonna-
night now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it still comes down to a question of how far everyone can see.
Forgot to reroll my nat 1
God.
for wilderness. Anyway.
Until Aldwin does his
Yep.
thing. So,
No, I
so
was just
for
going to
it,
say, if Luke had been hard of seeing, I would have, I would have offered anyway for Luca to jump up onto Ramstein as well.
I mean, Crag has a torch.
Sure.
let's copy you guys over to the new map. As you make your way closer to Nomengard. Now we just wait for it to load.
Do we see fireworks?
You do not see any fireworks, no.
Oh, I've heard gnomes like fireworks.
Gnome, sweet gnome.
Shut up. Stop. That's too many. Race puns are not funny.
Can you even count that high?
Yes.
So eventually you come to a stream which you begin to follow uphill to the base of the mountain.
It's all dark.
Where is it still everything dark?
Yes, all I see is darkness.
No, it's fine. I can see.
Yeah, you can.
Just
it's
move
in
your
different
token a
part.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the top right of the map.
Oh, maybe it's because we don't have like dark vision, but like
I don't have dark vision.
So those of you who don't have dark vision, are you lighting torches?
Yes. Crag has lit and
Yes.
passed out a torch to everyone that doesn't have dark vision.
All right.
These
so
are not.
Craig-
I'm just lighting on globules.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Craig, you are now emitting light in a 20-foot and then another 20-foot radius. So, Craig, you should now be able to see.
Oh, I'm in a
Alien,
river. No.
Alien, you are also emitting light. What's the range on your globules?
Let me just quickly
I think
check.
it's
I'll just-
15 and 15.
I think it's very short.
Yeah,
I'll
dancing
pull it
lights
up.
isn't good.
I think it's 10. Yeah, it's 10 and 10.
10 and 10. Cool.
But if you make all four into all the dancing lights into one, I'm sure it probably is brighter, right?
With create. No. It
No,
does,
it's-
well, it
it's-
doesn't
it's-
say I can force it into one.
Yeah,
It just says it's a tenth of it.
It says you can combine the lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
of
can
medium
basically just
size.
a humanoid form.
It's
So
not
it-
any more
okay.
light.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway,
Dorcas
it's-
did, blind himself with them.
it appears that waterfall erosion has carved out a natural concavity. Aldwin, you're the only one who probably can see this. You can hear a roaring waterfall off in the distance to the south. Aldwin, you can see an island in the distance as well that looks like it has some 2 foot tall, what appear to be mushrooms growing on them. In the distance, you can see several cave openings that overlook the pool from rocky ledges 20 or 30 feet above. The mountain appears to block any sunlight from reaching this place.
Is there any pathways up to any of those cave entrances, or are they all up those?
So over there, it looks like there's a
yes.
bit of a walkway,
Okay.
and
Well, this
that,
map is awesome. Look
that
at the
appears to be the only one that you can see. Yes.
Okay. I will point out to everyone that if we cross the river, it looks like there's a pathway up.
Okay, can wait, that river is what, like 10 feet wide?
Yeah, it's certain points.
At the 10 feet wide point, if Crag takes a running jump, would he clear it?
What's your strength score?
It's like a 17.
Yep.
Yeah, you clear it.
I think your long jump is equal to your strength score.
16.
Yeah, 16 is more than enough to clear it.
Phew.
Would I clear it on the go?
What's the goat strength score?
17.
Yeah, on the goat you can clear
And
it.
you look
The goat is
majestic
strong.
as you fly through the air on your goat.
Yeah, all you
Stronger
hear
than
is,
Crag?
as you see me go past the moon is. "Du- du- 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 du."
Shoot.
Crag stabs the gut. Nah.
Like it's sneak attack. He wasn't expecting me to shoot.
Can we see where the path is from here?
Yeah, if you get to the other side and if you round that corner, the path goes up here.
How deep does the water look?
Nobody's tried it yet.
I'm gonna use.
Can I-
So I'm gonna say, hey, look, hey, watch this. I learned this neat. I learned a neat trick from this book, and I will cast. What's it called?
Walk on water.
It's the shape water cantrip.
Oh, turn to
You
ice.
can use to make ice.
Ooh. Wow.
So we can make
Okay.
5-foot cubes of ice that we can just walk across to the other side. I think you can make 3 before the last one disappears. And so if we walk across together, we can do it. Now I'm happy to entertain any kind of die rolls required to get your balance on ice. And Alvin's like, oh, sorry, buddy. Here, hang on.
No, I'll just run and jump. I can run and jump that. It's fine.
Okay.
I
So,
got 14 on that, so I can make that jump with a run.
So is that okay for us to cross using
Yeah,
the water cantrip?
it's easy enough to cross. Yes.
Okay. So this book you're referring to.
Oh yeah, this book. Yeah. The book. This book that I found in that library. Didn't I share it with you? It's full of great stuff.
Did you? I would have remembered if you did.
I think he mentioned it when I was there, when we were in Neverwinter, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the book on Ayun that I kind of read through it, and
Okay.
I think he showed a bit of it towards the end and not the whole thing.
I thought you had
Yeah.
more books.
Jean,
I showed you. It's full of like scribbles in the margins and notations, and it's like I'm like, see, look, I learned this one from that, and there's like a little paragraph in the corner that says, 2 fingers together incantation, and you're like, it seems impossible to learn spells from all this junk, but
You need to knock before you go in someone's
Still
home.
fairly
I'm
impressed
not going
though.
in. I'm just looking. I think it's a cave.
and I'll just carelessly put the book back in my pocket, whatever. It's like a pocket book.
Hello.
I'll just give him like a weird look while he's putting the book in the pocket, and just like, I'll get you something. Just turn around.
Look,
Hello.
Yeah, don't forget, Luca is a they. Yeah.
Craig,
Hey,
give me a perception check.
Was Craig already on the next map?
He just pushed up ahead, of course.
Craig's 3 maps across.
And
And now that everyone has made it this close to the waterfall, you've noticed that you need to shout at each other just to be heard. The sound of the waterfall is that intense.
oh wait, no, the +4. That's 14.
All right. You do not hear anything. Cool.
Hello. I don't think anyone's home.
What is everyone doing?
I move up to this point with Ramstein. Can I get up onto this ledge using like his head and stuff, like as if I was like using him to step up?
So that ledge is about 30 feet up.
30 feet. Oh, okay. No.
Turn the
That's right.
stairs.
Try
Do you
doing
want-
the same as Crag then. And hello.
Do you want me to look up there and check it?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Alright, go take a step inside the cave.
All right.
Dirty 20.
All right. Dirty 20. You think you can hear a faint sound, but it's too difficult to make out coming from somewhere deeper inside.
Aldrin, if I gave you like a boost up, do you want to see if you can get up on this ledge?
Don't worry about it. I will use Steps of Night and I start to fly.
What?
What the
Okay.
fuck?
It's worth it every time. I love it. Yeah, I just start to fly, and I will go up to the ledge.
All right. You can make it up to the Steps of Night. That is a Twilight Domain spell.
It's a Twilight Domain feature. It is not magic.
Feature.
That's
Right.
sick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everyone in this party can bloody fly, can't they? God damn it.
What do
I have a
I?
potion.
Why am I up here? What would you want me to look at?
I could hear something, but I couldn't tell what.
I will have a listen and see what
Craig
I
walks
hear.
into the cave deeper.
All right. Yeah, Craig, go. You do you, boo.
I'm gonna cast Spider Climb on Alien. Good luck.
Craig,
Hello?
as you
Okay.
make it to there, Craig, you hear what can only be described as the laugh of a crazy person.
Aye.
And you hear mechanical clicking as you look over. You see a gnome sitting on what appears to be a chair strapped to quite a couple. Luca, stop running around. A chair strapped to quite a couple of heavy crossbows.
Dex save?
No, it's
No?
not a trap. It's not a trap.
Oh.
Oh god, it's a manned turret.
Strapped to quite a few heavy crossbows pointing in different directions as a bolt is released in your direction. That is going to be... I just need to double check.
Just this gnome sitting again.
That's a 21 to hit.
It's
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
do I need to roll initiative?
And we need to roll initiative. Let me,
Hey!
before everyone rolls, I just need to clear the turn order quick. All right, now everyone can roll initiative.
Is there anyone that gets advantage or anything like that?
I'm afraid I've stolen advantage
no.
from you again. I'd like to be somewhere not roll at the bottom all the time.
I rolled a
Sorry.
nat 20 on initiative.
With a 4?
I just need to double check
I'll
what
take
this
it as well,
one
that's
gets for initiative. Okay, so he doesn't get anything, so I can just roll a straight dice and add him to the turn.
Is this a gnome?
You can check on your turn.
I can see it though. I can clearly see whether it's a gnome or not.
There's no place like gnome.
Yes, there's no place like no.
There's no place like gnome.
Every pun
Sure.
is being documented. All right. So, Greg, you go first.
Okay, is this a gnome?
It is a gnome.
Okay, how tall is the crossbow device?
With him sitting on it, he's probably sitting about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. So Craig's gonna take a running start, and he's just gonna try tackle the gnome off the crossbow device,
All right.
and then grapple it.
Cool. Go for it.
And I'm gonna rage before I do that.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
that'll be the +2 strength. Do I get advantage on the strength check from the grapple?
You would.
Yeah, I think raging gives you advantage on
Yeah, just making sure.
well, athletics, I think. If it's an athletic.
16 plus 5 is 21.
I will. Let me just double check. 21. Yeah, he's not gonna make it. Cool. He rolled a natural 20 for a total of 20.
So, yeah. I still get him.
You still get him, yes.
Oh, Craig leaps at him.
He's now grappled.
Greg leaps at him, and can I have tried to push him off the...
You can use the rest of your movement to do
Yeah.
a push drag, yes.
So, movement to drag him to here. Because, you know, he probably... I saw Alden go fly up, so...
And I'm guessing all we see is just the light disappearing from the
And as Craig grapples him, he's going to be like, what the fuck?
All right. So he is going to try and escape from your grapple. Roll another athletics check, please.
It ain't going to happen. It definitely is not going to happen. I have a nat 20 plus 5.
All right. Yeah. 2. So he is still grappled. He is not going anywhere. Luca, so whatever you would have done, you still can't hear Craig, by the way.
Yeah. So I don't know. If I can go in, I'll go in, but I'm not gonna. Well, I guess did we hear Craig go? Hurry up, raging, and then turn.
Yeah,
You know?
you would have.
I'm guessing we like saw the
You know
light
what?
disappearing in the tunnel.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Like
Yeah, because I'm down at the bottom of the
11.
map, so I wouldn't have a line of sight to him. So I could-
17.
All right. So Aldwin, you would have heard something.
Mine is 15.
With a 15, I'll give it to you. You would have heard,
Because I'm trained.
or
up with it, but yeah.
you would have at least seen the light disappear deeper into the cave.
Oh, is he making light? Okay.
I have a torch.
He's got a torch.
Oh, okay.
Well, the torch would have dropped back here when I tackled it.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I think Crag is starting trouble, so I'll just go in and look.
Oh, I'm not starting it.
So is it okay if I go in? 1,
It is okay if you go in.
3, 4. That's a move. Then I can bonus action move again. 1, 2.
So you would see the torch lying somewhere around there.
4. I can move one more square. I'm just gonna peer around the corner and towards the. I'll look both ways, you know. Anyway, so
Yep.
because I have goggles at night, so I can see.
There's probably
I'd be
splattered
like,
blood there, and then you can, if depending on how deep it penetrated, the crossbow bolt is probably sticking out the back of Craig's shoulder.
It didn't do
Oh,
too
you got
much
shot.
damage.
Okay, wow.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna duck back.
he got shot. So
All right, is that Lucas' turn?
That's Lucas' turn.
All right, Aldwin, what are you doing?
I will shout down that something seems to be happening inside. And then I'm going to go in this way as I'm here. I presume I heard it coming through the tunnel in front of me? Or did
Really?
I...
close.
Yeah, you would have.
Okay.
I mean, you would have known Craig went up somewhere further north of you, so it would make sense.
Carefully round that corner. Okay. Oh, hello. You're right here.
Aye, he shot me.
You look fine.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
What
but
does
he-
What's this gnome look like? Do they look like they're...
Give me a perception check.
I can't guidance during combat. Boop. Ignore the 2, so only a 13.
All right, so first thing you notice, it's a female gnome.
Okay.
Frazzled hair, bewildered look in her eyes, but a smile on her face that looks like that of a child that has gotten a new toy.
Sleep.
No, no. Don't
Yes.
Craig. Don't
Yes.
Craig. Craig is down.
27.
More hit points than Crag.
Craig, how many hit points do you have left?
43.
All right, you're fine. The gnome goes to sleep.
Why'd you put it on me?
Oh, did I put it on you? Sorry,
Yeah. Craig's like. "Ugh."
I'm zoomed out. I'm zoomed out quite a bit, so I might have misclicked.
And then with the gnome... Oh, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Yeah, so-
25. Yeah.
I'll
So
cut my cover.
Craig, yeah, you've got the gnome in your arms, and it's struggling, or she's struggling and trying to get away, and suddenly goes limp.
And as soon as the gnome goes limp, Craig can reach into his pack and start pulling out rope.
All right, and I'm
Uh,
going to drop you guys out of initiative.
It's got to tie the gnome up. So I walked around the corner, and then Craig will point back at the thing. He's like, "It shot me
Ooh.
with a thing."
that's a
I
thing.
don't know, I don't know what the thing is.
Lots of crossbows by the look
Yeah.
of it. That's quite impressive, actually.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like
I mean,
a-
so now that you've got time to look at it, you can see that there's quite a couple of gears and things like that. There's a
Is it
chair
movable?
strapped. There's a chair in the center of it, with I believe it was with 3 levers.
a question: does it look like we could mount it to Ramstein?
Quad 50 pound mounted on top of a.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking, by the way.
Probably.
Looks heavy.
And Craig's gonna go to one of the smarter people and be like, "Can you figure a way we could put this on the goat?"
Depending on who you're going to, if it's to me, I'm just gonna give you a dirty look and just shake my head and walk away.
Are you
There
carrying
he goes,
a child?
Alden, man.
Are you
Alden
carrying
on the
a
other
child?
hand is Aldrin's going.
Alden or Luca?
I can't think of a way, but I like the idea,
I
actually.
mean, if we could, like, turn the goat
Mounted
into a
heavy
walking
crossbow that can
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah. Put Luca
On a
in
goat.
that. Put Luca in that.
We can find a bigger animal than a goat if we need to.
Yeah.
Is anyone wondering why Craig is carrying a small woman around with him?
Oh yeah, shot me. She shot me.
If we're ready, I will drop concentration on sleep so they can
And
wake
Craig
up.
slaps the gnome in the face. Backhand to wake it
All
up.
that.
All right. So as Aldwin, as you drop the spell, from behind you, two more gnomes come rushing up.
Okay.
They appear to be armed with short swords. They've just got their hands on their short swords. They are not attacking yet.
Do they look crazed?
Give me a perception check.
Can I get in on that because I'm right next to them?
Yes, you can.
13.
Open. Sorry, my sheet's scrolling very slow for a second. There it is.
No problem.
23.
Yeah, so they do not have the same crazed look in their eyes that the other one had.
Good to know.
They appear to be, their clothing and everything appears to be a bit more well put together. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot. Sleep is a first level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you noting the level of spell? Oh no. Wild magic. Please
Aldwin,
no.
give me a d20 roll, please.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
10.
All right, 10. Aldwin, as you turn to look around at these gnomes, the rest of you that can see Aldwin, you notice that as he does that, his skin begins to change color. It is now a vibrant shade of blue.
On brand. That's cool.
Craig starts to clap. Do it again.
Wait. I have no idea. Because obviously this is all gauntlet, so I have no idea.
Yeah, Aldwin, you have no idea what's going on at this
Neverwinter
stage.
Guard, we've been sent down from Phandalin. Your colleague tried to attack us.
Points the crossbow bolt still in his shoulder.
So Aldwin, they kind of, look past you at the gnome that Craig is carrying. Give me a persuasion check.
Me?
Can I assist? Can I assist by looking friendly?
No, Craig is not friendly. He is
But Craig
carrying.
can look friendly.
He is carrying the unconscious body of their friends.
He hasn't hurt the gnome in any way. He just tackled it and tied it up.
All right, 19 is enough.
That's a natural 20, by the way, for
Yes,
a total 19.
So you see the closest one to you give a big exhale and in common says, what was the name again? Let me go double check that.
Ganman Jr.
Yeah. You just hear him mutter under his breath, Factor, what have you done now?
What was the name? Sorry?
Factor.
Factor.
Yeah. FackTore.
Oh, she's Italian.
Yes. She is an Italian rock gnome.
I mean, it's
He's got
impressive
the
construction, but
Factor.
And, with that, he launches into this whole apology / explanation of, that she's kind of going through some difficult times. And the only time she's kind of lucid is when she's working on new inventions. And that contraption behind you is one of her new inventions. And he eventually introduces himself. He says, by the way, his name is Pog. He points to the Pog, P-O-G.
Pog.
Yes.
okay.
Okay, can we get Pogs in chat, by the way, guys?
he points to the female behind him and says, that's Ula, and they were stationed on guard duty, just back down the hall there, because things have been kind of weird here.
I'm so disappointed in chat now.
I'm weird. Inside, you're barricading up because everything's outside, or?
They kind of give each other a look, and then they tell you that some of the rock gnomes have begun going missing.
Well, when they say that, Crag will go, well, there's a dragon in the area lately. Maybe they got eaten. Sorry, that comes across more insensitive than I mean it.
They kind of look at you and say, no, they've been going missing in the caves.
In the caves, huh? Well, I mean, caves have things in them that kill people.
Do you know anything about why, where? Anything? Is this something we need to sit down and talk to more people about? We're here.
They tell you that, the best people to tell you about this would probably be Fibblestip and Dabbledob. They'd be willing to take you to them.
Fibblestip and Dabbledob.
Lead on.
Yes.
What should we do with your
Dabbledob?
It's
What should
not
we
too
do with
late.
your
It's not too
colleague?
late to leave now, guys. It's not going to get better.
Gnomes have cool names.
They do.
So Pog says that he'll take her to one of the dormitories to
Okay.
sleep it off.
Crag
And
will go, have you tried turning her on and off again?
and
And by that I mean, have you tried killing her and reviving her? That seems to work.
Ulla says that she'll take you to Fibblestip and Dabbledob. So I'm just gonna move Pog
What?
there next to you, Craig. You
We're wondering.
You wonder
Uh,
why you don't look friendly.
I mean, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to help.
So, yeah. Ulla then motions for you to follow her down the passage towards the south.
I will gesture to everyone else to follow.
Crag will follow.
All
He'll
right,
he'll have a look at the machine as he's going around. And he's like, I respect it.
Craig
Also,
respects the machine.
Just a reminder, I'm going to be out in about 15 to 20 minutes. So
All right,
if you want
cool.
to schedule
Yeah, Christian, you want to take a quick break so that you can move things around?
They said another
but
15
in
minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
Oh,
Wait, so which way are we going?
all right. So yeah, we're going south.
This way?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So you're going this way.
As I go past Pog,
Ah.
I'm just going to say to him,
Camp.
my goat's just down the path there. Can you make sure he's looked after?
Yeah. So Pog will make sure that your goat is not eaten by anything.
By anyone but them.
Every time Crag moves into a new tunnel, he's looking for a machine. Do we see anything in these tunnels, like decorations and stuff?
No, they are mostly barren.
How high are these tunnels? I should have asked that earlier before I ran in.
The tunnels, the ceiling height is. Let me just get to that section
2
again.
feet.
It's taller
they're-
than that.
Craig's the only one that needs to scrunch at certain points. At the lowest point, it's about 7 feet tall.
Oh, so
Okay,
Crag has to
okay.
get duck at some points, but like for most part, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Cathedral ceilings.
Are we still going south? No, we're not.
You guys are going from that chamber. You are going towards the east, and then
Crag just
across-
looks down the thing. Can you see anything downstairs there?
down the stairs.
It's just a corner, I think. So I doubt it.
Yeah, down that passage, it disappears into darkness.
This place goes on a lot. Oh well.
That one is that one. I just need to double check for the bridge quickly. Da-da-da-da.
Is that just a rope bridge?
Yeah, it is a rope bridge.
Oh no.
So yeah, the gnome scampers across, no issue whatsoever.
Will it
And
support
then-
Crag? Does it look like it support Crag's weight?
Give me an intelligence check.
I feel like this could be a survival check either. It's checking if he'd survive. And
It looks like it'll support you.
That's not a good answer on 10.
Hey,
how
I'll
about
do
you
it.
go last?
Yeah, I'll go last. I mean, to be fair,
Uh,
full plate
You
armor.
want me to go
Aldrin's
across?
probably
I can
not.
go across.
Aldrin's probably not much lighter than
I'll
Crag
walk
in full
across.
plate lighter. Because like,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
two
just
extra feet
about
for
to
wearing
blow
nothing.
your mind and cheat to get
Yeah,
across this.
Fuck you.
Does anything happen as I walk
Don't forget,
across?
the wizard has sticky feet too, so you can
As-
just like walk across.
I'll tell you if
As-
anything happens.
As aliens halfway across,
Okay.
Craig cut the bridge.
You fuck.
Nah, that's for Gundren.
Right, so Iliad,
I've been okay.
you can make your way a bit further towards the
Stop killing
west
Gundren.
there. Just
How
to make
much was it going
space
down
for-
watching those two go across?
Not much. It appears to be quite sturdy.
Do you want me to try next?
Magnar, maybe.
I look across. Magnar, I don't know. Magnar's pretty heavy.
I mean, yeah, but he's
Lee. And I just run across.
probably like me. Oh, fuck, he's gone.
Nothing happens as you cross back though.
Okay, Aldwin, off you pop.
Sure. All right.
Aldwin, are you going to fly?
I'm gonna use Eyes of Night, but I'm gonna make it seem like I'm walking across.
Okay, cool. So you're just going to hover like an inch above.
I'm gonna make it look like I'm using the bridge though, but I am. Yes, I'm flying
Oh,
across.
he's pulling an Essex.
Yeah, basically.
Really,
I do look like I'm walking in the darkness.
I like this idea that it's like an exaggerated walk, though. Like you're like proper swinging your arms.
Like, look, I'm walking, guys.
I'm walking.
Craig's gonna like move to the edge of the bridge and just kind of look across, kind of apprehensive.
Come on, time for your bath if you fall.
I mean, yeah, but it's a waterfall. There could be rocks. Oh, fuck it. Craig just runs.
It's all right, Craig. You're fine as you cross the bridge.
Oh,
Hey.
did it get shaky at all, or feel like it could have snapped?
No, it did not.
Okay.
So the gnome stops
Good
the
bridge.
procession at that point, and Elian and Luca, you immediately recognize that the rest of you have seen Luca do something similar. He casts Mage Hand, and on the far side of the wall, you see the Mage Hand float over and flip a switch, as the blades that are in this room that have been spinning this whole time stop, and you can now pass through the room.
The blades that have been spinning.
I'm sorry. Did you say rotating knives?
These are more rotating great swords.
Jeez.
These gnomes are dangerous.
It's like nobody has seen my mage hand because it's invisible.
Do we
but still,
really
yeah.
need to warn them about a dragon?
Yes.
We need them to make more of those crossbow things. That seems like a good use on a dragon.
I
that thing.
feel like these spinning blades would be really cool on Ramsey.
Mounting the crossbow on a dragon?
Imagine putting these
What?
spinning blades on a flying ship. Just fly it straight into the dragon. That'd work.
Chips fly.
They would
What?
with these on the front.
What?
Playing gnome ships.
All right, so Elian, up until to the room where you are now is where Ula is leading you. She tells you guys as you get into the room that the two gnomes over there, they are Fibblestib and Dabbledob.
Hello.
They are currently engaged in quite a heated discussion about inventions that they are busy with. They seem to be talking about finding a cure for whatever ails their king. The one is talking, you can hear them as the one is trying to shout louder than the other one. The one is shouting something about a sanity ray. The other one rather wants to try their invention, which they call a straitjacket.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Sanity ray and a grey jacket. A straight jacket.
Sanity ray.
And then as you pipe up, coming up behind Craig, shouting hello, they kind of stop what they are doing and just look over at the party.
So, sanity ray.
the one a male rock gnome, walks up to you and says to you, "Yes, do you know anything about them?
No.
Can you help me?"
No, but I would like to.
Don't listen to him. He kills small people.
Ilian,
That's a bit harsh.
Give me an
You do.
give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
As Fibblestub starts rambling off about how the sanity ray works and the changes he needs to make.
22, natural 18.
You manage to follow quite a good bit of it. You still have no idea what a sanity ray is and how it works, but you manage to follow the conversation and throw in a couple of suggestions here and there.
Crag has a symbol monkey going on his brain right now.
Yeah, basically. Craig is zoned out completely.
Okay, so why do you need a sanity ray?
Fibblestub tells you that he points over to the other gnome who's a female, who he introduces as Dabbledob. They tell you that they are trying to come up with inventions to try and cure the king, King Gorbos, of his madness.
Sorry, King what?
Gorbos. Korboz.
I thought you said Gebbles or Gobbles. I was like, no.
Gorbos.
What makes you think he's mad?
They tell you that since the gnomes have started disappearing, he has taken to locking himself and the other king in their bedchamber. He refuses to come out or let the other king out, and he keeps wrangling about some creature that he saw attack one of the gnomes.
Wait, two kings? Is it are they a thing, or is
Can I just kick Crag?
What sort of creature?
They tell you that they have been told by the king that it is some shape changer, but they have not been able to find anything or any evidence of this.
You mean like the... Wait.
Well, he might not be mad. He might be telling the truth. If you take us to him.
We encountered a doppelganger in the last week.
Yeah, we fought one. No, it's not
the last few weeks. It'd be last month. Sorry, there was a downtime.
So yeah, they tell you that they have scoured these caves from top to bottom. They have not found any of the missing gnomes or any evidence of this shape-changing creature.
No, but if it was shape-changed into one of you, how would you know?
Tell me something only one of you would know.
But you wouldn't know it, Crag.
Shh, they don't need to know that.
But you don't either.
But if they tell you something that only one of them knows, then wouldn't the other guy not be able to say, yeah, okay, that's correct?
Okay, my only other theory is shape changers tend to turn back into themselves when you knock them the fuck out. So, let's go.
No.
So they tell you that so far their focus has been on trying to cure the king's madness in order to get more information out of him.
Can
So
we
that they might
speak to the king?
actually.
So
What about the
I'm
other
going to
one?
help with that.
They tell you no one has been able to speak to the king. He has locked himself in his room and
What's the door made out of?
Show us the way to the
You
chambers.
also mentioned that some of you have gone missing. Is that connected to the king going mad?
They probably killed him or something. I don't know.
They tell you that the madness started a bit after the king going. The madness started a bit after the first couple of disappearances. The king was rambling about seeing something and then locked himself in the room.
Seeing something. Okay. Do you have they went missing within this complex, or do you have a place where is there like a mine below your complex or something like that, or?
Where could they have gone? They tell you that they've have always gone missing in this complex on the eastern side.
Oh, the side we
Always
came
on the
from.
eastern side. Okay.
Yeah. That's why they've taken to posting guards just before the bridge.
I think dealing with this king would be something best done diplomatically. So I suggest maybe myself and Aldwin go along and try and chat to him.
So you're saying we split the party?
I'm saying that I don't think you're the right person to present in front of this king.
Hey, he's in a locked room. He's not coming out. I'm really good at getting into locked rooms.
Probably
Yeah.
deal with any. We can probably get him to talk easier to us.
So
I mean,
the
I can
gnomes
make him talk.
the gnomes tell you that if you can either help cure the king of his madness and then help deal with whatever it is that is killing these gnomes, or just get rid of this thing so that they can work in peace and not have to fear whatever it is, they are willing to reward you with some magical items that they have either created or procured.
If you
They look so they'll reward you with some magical items, and Ilian specifically for you, because they notice that you're a spellcaster, they will grant you access to what they call Magics of Gnome and God book.
Okay, that's pretty
You
cool.
might find of interest.
You
That's
got
awesome.
anything for killing a dragon?
They kind of sit and think for a bit, and they say that they might have a couple of things that might help.
We were thinking about putting one of those turret things that shot me on the goat.
They kind of look at you and say, "Turret, what?"
You know, the thing with the crossbows that
How about we leave you all talking and we'll go and talk to the king?
the crazy one shot me with.
yeah,
I still have the bolt in my arm.
So yeah, Aldwin, they tell you that to get to the king's chambers, you just follow the passage towards the west, first right, and you'll eventually get to a door.
Okay.
so I'll head off with Aldwin then as well.
So I'm gonna leave. I gotta go now. So
Right,
do you guys wanna
100%.
do you guys just want to do the break now?
Yeah,
That's actually a good spot
let's
to
do the-
break
Sure.
as well.
Yeah, let's do the break now, Christian. Let's see, are you ready?
Just that,
All right, and we're back. I'll just be running Luca for now, and he will be stabbing everything.
Step.
Yeah, not everything.
Everything.
Can I move away from Luca?
Crag puts Luca in Crag's backpack. And then closes the backpack.
You might provoke an attack of opportunity, but you can certainly
No,
try.
I close him.
Was it up the first corridor? Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
so
yeah.
you are still on track, yes.
Okay.
Well, they're doing that,
Yeah,
by
you
the
s-
way.
Mm.
Crag is still discussing the idea of putting the turret on the back of the goat
Yeah,
or whatever.
and
So
Luca is trying to discourage you from doing that.
I'm telling you, it's a great idea. It'll make the goat more useful.
Right, Aldrin, you eventually come to a door in front of you.
I knock on it.
All right, you knock on the door and you can hear some shuffling from the other side, and then you hear a crash. And then from the other side of the door, you hear a frantic male voice asking you if you are a shape changer.
Not last time I checked. Are you having issues with them?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh.
Roll a deception check, more like it. Alden's secretly been a shape changer this whole time. To be fair though, that would be a really good way of revealing that to the audience.
some
but
point.
not the players.
All right. Yeah. So there's a bit of a pause, and then you hear something heavy moving, and then you hear a bang against the door.
Damn it.
Okay,
And you hear a voice scream back that I'm not opening the door.
Okay, so he's just behind the door, is he?
Are
You
you
don't
gonna get them?
Where he just pushed something up against the door. We just heard, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so I cast Calm Emotions.
Fine.
All right.
Did we hear the scream from back where we were?
No, you haven't yet.
So I need a Charisma saving throw of 14 or less, if preferable.
What level spell was that, Magna?
1.
All right.
No, sorry, 2.
Roll a d20 plus 2, please.
No.
Okay.
16. You don't charm me. I keep my emotions.
4. Cool.
Well, plus 2, so
6.
6.
Plus 2, 6. Cool.
Is
All
all
right.
of them still blue, by the way?
I'm
Yeah,
blue.
no one said anything.
I have no idea.
So Magna with a... What's your DC again? Sorry?
14.
14. Okay, so he meets it.
Okay.
He rolled a 14. So you just hear babbling coming from the other side, and it kind of sounds like he's saying that the only way he is opening this door is if he is certain that the shape changer is dead.
Sounds like a job for Crag.
Ask him what shapes he's seen the shape changer in.
He tells you that he didn't get a good look at it. All that he saw was this kind of vaguely arm-like shape grabbing one of the gnomes and pulling it in around the corner. And then he heard a scream, and then he just ran.
You think you'd be able to draw what this thing looked like? I know you said an arm, but like, what color was it? What shape? How big?
Midnight blue.
He
It was Alden.
He tells you that it was vaguely human, humanoid creatures type size, maybe a bit longer, brown in color, and that's about all he saw.
Okay, I want to use my channel divinity.
Mm-hmm.
So just for a second, I'm gonna grab my symbol, concentrate for a sec. I think you want to let us in so that we can help you, don't you? And just so you know, I am casting Emissary of Peace.
Mm-hmm.
Will you let us in so we can help you, please?
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna do
I
this.
guide him.
You can guide him, yes.
Is this a Magna rolls a 30 persuasion again?
Oh, sorry. A persuasion check at disadvantage because Aldwin has already failed at one.
Shouldn't let me lead the talking. Definitely not.
I'm gonna do this on screen because it's so important.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I don't know how I add the extra bit to it, so I just roll it first. 8, but plus the 5, so that's
There's a 13.
13. Hang on, plus I get a D4, is it?
It's a D4.
Yeah.
Hey.
17.
He tells you to fuck off.
All right. Yeah, you hear a bit of a pause, and then there's more silence. And he tells you that if you want to help, go find whatever this thing is and get rid of it.
Oh, trust me, we definitely intended on doing that anyway. We've fought one of these changelings before, and they're not particularly nice. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
He
Ask
shot
if the other king's in there still. Get the other king to say something.
How is the other guy with you in there?
He tells you that the other king is fine. He's sitting down, having a bit of a rest. And yeah, that's about all you hear.
Why doesn't the other king tell us? That's suspicious.
Can I
He
speak
killed
to
the other
him?
king.
Yeah, Magna, say again.
Can you stir him so I can speak to him?
He doesn't respond.
He killed the other
I
king.
just while they're busy doing that, I just want to help the gnomes like on the design of the straight jacket, just to make it like you can't break out of it, like with magical runes and stuff.
Yeah,
Just like help them with ideas.
easy enough to do. I'm
That's
not
what
going
we're
to
gonna have
make
to
you
put you in the end, right?
I'm not going to make you make a check for a straight jacket.
Aldwin, do you want to? I'm whispering this to him now, like, Aldwin, do you want to? I think he's close enough to the door. Do you want to see if you can calm him down? I tried, but he kind of didn't react to it, I don't think.
You mean calm emotions?
Yeah, like we did with Craig.
Sure. I don't. Bo, I don't ever see anything different to Magna, as I'm
I'm
actually
just
now
gonna
looking at
wander
him.
off.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Oh,
I
God.
still haven't noticed myself. So yeah, calm emotions through the door.
Yeah, because I mean, you've basically got full armor. So I mean, the only place where you would notice it would be your face. So
Yeah,
Alright,
so I'm just
guys.
going. My gauntlets are on. They're fine. So yeah, so calm emotions.
all right.
I figured he was just cold.
beyond the door, if I can, and then
Yeah. All right. You cast it just beyond the door. Doesn't seem to have an effect.
Hey guys, you're taking a while. Getting to check how you're doing.
We're fine. Go back.
I mean, you're still on the
Go
other
back.
side of the door. You sure
Go
you don't
back.
want me to?
Go
we're
back.
about to go hunting. It's fine.
And Craig just like walks past them and just knocks on the door.
No, I am blocking that for 100%.
I will block that as well.
Craig,
I thought it was
go
gonna be
back.
funny.
Go back, or you will
Don't
end up
join in the
getting
hunt
hurt.
for the safe changer. You have to sit
Nah,
out.
I'd kick your ass anyways if you tried. I'm going back because I wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do that.
He's gonna wander the wrong way because he wasn't paying attention just how he got there. Ugh.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
He's just
no.
gonna knock on these few doors here.
Yeah, Craig, you knock on those doors. These are, same as the king's doors, or the room to the door to the king's room. It's made of stone, but these ones are intricately carved in a language you do not understand.
It's Gnomish, I assume.
It would be Gnomish, yes.
Yeah. Does anyone respond to my door knocking?
No.
Oh.
I
Oh,
don't know if there's anything else we can do here. We probably want to get everyone together and
Okay,
see if
so
we find a safe changer.
I'm going to ask him to let us in again once more, but
Mhm.
this time I'm going to say it to him in Gnomish.
All right. No response.
is this another shut door?
It's
Yeah.
possibly that he's farther
That
away
is
as well. I
another
don't.
shut door, yes.
I think it's more than 20 foot now inside that room because I didn't feel anything on the spell. Do I need to roll again, by the way?
For calm
Oh,
emotion.
shit.
Sorry, thanks for reminding me. Calm emotions. So that would be a 20 plus 2.
Aldwin, are you okay? You're looking a bit blue.
No, I'm good. Why? 20.
Like I said, you look a bit blue. And I'll hold my shield up to give a rough reflection of his
13.
face back to him.
What in Helm's name?
All right.
I thought you
Uh,
were just cold, but now I look at you, it's a little bit bluer than I thought.
I pull off a gauntlet.
Does Craig hear them freaking out about this?
Yeah, you probably would.
Uh.
Aldwin, as you stand there looking at your hand, rising up from your hand, and then you notice it rising up from your arm, your shoulder, and eventually your entire body, you see little motes of light that begin to circle you.
I am ascending.
Like having heard the commotion, wanders back, and she goes, "I think Aldrin's the shape changer."
In essence, Aldwin, you are now shedding bright light in a 10-foot radius and light in another 10-foot radius.
He's just becoming the more. It just looks more and more like a
That's
Twilight
weird.
card. He's evolving.
All right.
Yeah, let's go. This is kind of weird.
Ting.
What?
Greg, fuck
What?
off. Get back down there.
No,
Go on.
but what?
Back.
What-
Back.
What's
back.
happening?
I'm gonna push him backwards.
I'm resisting the push. That's the string goes because I'm resisting.
I am persuading him to fuck off back to the original area. 'cause that's where
Aaron
we're
doesn't
going.
respect Magnar enough to listen. He's not even here.
This is getting fun.
No, he's concerned about Owen. He's confused.
Elian, you, Luca, and the two rock gnomes have now completely gone over the schematics for the straight jacket. Several adjustments have been made, especially to the clasping mechanisms for the straps, and just in essence trying to make it as secure as possible.
We're about to say try and make it big enough to fit Crag.
Maybe. Be a good idea.
Yeah. Release the Crag, opens the straight jacket, and he goes, actually, that would be cool.
Noticing this stuff happen to Aldwin, do I get the sense that something may have happened to me?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, that ain't gonna go well.
But before Alden comes into the room, Crag is going to turn to the gnomes and stuff, and he's like, don't panic.
13.
Something's gone wrong.
Can
All right,
I
with a 13, yeah, you don't know quite what's going on with Aldwin. You definitely know it's magical.
I'm gonna call Elian over.
Yeah, can I give
Alien.
Alduin a look over as I'm seeing this transcendent blue being all of a sudden?
Oh.
What the hell is happening to him?
Can I check him out?
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Actually, will people know what an ASMR is, just in general? Or is that too rare?
Yeah, it's fairly rare, so some might know.
Oh, 18 again, so plus 4, 22.
Yeah, so I mean, you definitely get a sense of what's going on with Alduin. This place is probably a location with a strong connection to the arcane, and it's probably some form of wild magic.
I mean, I'm not ascending.
I'm gonna tell Alduin Helm is on his way.
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking.
So, yeah,
I'll explain to him that there's arcane powers, and do I deduce from casting spells?
yeah. So you would know that wild magic.
That's a response to. Okay.
Yeah, that it's a kind of magic that can't really be controlled.
Okay.
Nomengard is most likely a source of this type of magic, and yeah, I mean, the more powerful the spell that you cast, the
greater
higher likelihood of it having an effect on you.
I'm just gonna turn to Elian.
Magna cast the same spell.
Am I blue? Tell me.
No.
Am I blue?
No,
Do we see anything on
you're just
Magna?
fucking ugly.
Give me a perception or investigation
Well, I
check,
know.
depending
I
on
know
what you
that's
want to
not
do.
true.
Are you
Just
allowing me
stroking
to
my
touch
beard
you?
like, that's not true.
Crag picks a pair of scissors he's found lying around.
You can fuck right off.
Oh, that's only a 9. No, wait. 11.
24. I'm very intrigued to know what's going on.
So, as far as you can tell, there is nothing different about Magna.
No, nostril hairs are still the same color.
That's weird.
And my trousers got tighter.
That's because it's bad.
Yeah, I have fawn legs. It's a whole different.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
That would be amazing.
If Magna actually says that, Cragger goes to him, it's like, well, that's what happens when you spend your days riding on a goat instead of walking. You lazy fuck.
But yeah, no, nothing.
Do I get a
strange
sense
about
that it's
Magna.
permanent?
You're fairly certain it'll wear off eventually.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna tell him it's permanent though.
I got that covered. Yeah, I can get rid of it if I need to. It's fine.
I guess I'm just better at casting than you, Aldwin. Didn't affect me like it did you.
Or maybe Aldwin's magic's stronger and therefore it
Maybe
is
it's
actually
more
resilient.
In any case, we need to go hunting.
Question. Should we keep Aldwin hidden from the king in case the king thinks Aldwin's a changeling?
Pretty much.
It's a shining light.
I don't think the king likes me anyway. I'm pretty much staying.
I think the king
looks
thinks
holy.
everyone's a changeling, so until
Which
we
one?
present a
Did
changeling's
you talk
head,
to the other one?
no, which is why it's a matter of emergency to
Find the
find
changeling,
this changeling.
see if they can get that door open, and then
Actually, Craig's gonna turn to the other gnomes. Like, do they have food in there?
They tell you that they should have food in there. At the very least, they do use their chambers as a safe room as well, so they should have a stockpile of rations at the very least.
How long have they been in there?
You can kind of see them counting in their head, and they say about 10 days.
10 days?
Wow.
So between 2 and... Oh.
Listen, Cobble, Pop, Dimple, Dob. What? I'm sorry. I'm really bad with names.
Fibblestip
Flip,
and
what'd you say?
Dabbledob. Fibblestip and Dabbledob.
Yeah, them. Yeah, guys.
Sorry about Magnar, he's a dumbass.
You speak Gnomish.
I do, but that doesn't mean I know someone's name. Can you show us the way to where this sighting was?
Yep. So they basically tell you the route that you took to get here, just before you get to the crossbow contraption, that T junction there.
okay.
Is basically where it happened.
Wait,
Is there any more of these trap things, these weapons?
They tell you that this one is the only one that you need to worry about.
wait,
There are
guys.
no traps on the eastern side of the waterfall.
Hey, Aldwin, that changeling that hit you, wasn't it like laughing creepily and like kind of deranged looking?
Only because it got the drop on me, I think. Not because of any.
Yeah, but so was the gnome that shot me. It was also had a really creepy smile on its face and randomly shot me out of nowhere.
The way that the other two guards. I mean, is the other guard still there?
Yeah.
The one guard is still there, Ula.
I ask, was that normal behavior for Fractori more than 10 days ago?
Yeah, it was. She's been
Always strange.
eccentric is the word that.
Eccentric. Oh, she's rich.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like, is it normal for I can't say that name to shoot people at random?
I mean, to shoot someone that's just come into their cave that they don't recognize isn't random.
I said hello.
I'm sure the changeling said hello too.
I doubt it. They're kind of assholes.
Well,
Again, you've just proven my point.
let's head back to the T junction and see if we can find something. There are a couple of rooms beyond there that we might be able to get something in.
Yeah, so
If there's-
basically, the Ula will escort you back to there, but it is basically, if you can see where I'm pinging, it is basically this T junction over here.
I can't see the ping. I'm
We do
afraid.
quick travel.
I can do a quick travel for you
I know
guys.
exactly where it is.
So I'm just gonna move you guys one by one.
Do a Wayne's World quick travel.
Yeah.
Getting stuck in walls.
Craig, stop trying to move yourself.
I've already done it.
So stop.
I'm already there though.
You should know this by now. You've gotten stuck in the walls enough times.
Okay, I put myself down outside, like on the ground.
As soon as this thing updates, I can see where you are. Okay, there you go. All right. So it is basically the T junction in front of you guys.
So are they telling us to go east or to go south?
North.
Yeah. So you see Ula walk down the east section, and then eventually she comes back up around next to Pog, retaking what you assume are the guard positions, and they tell you that it was by the T junction towards the north.
So like where
Okay,
I
so
came
this
in the
way.
cave and got shot.
No, that's the other. This is south of that bit.
Yeah, we're gonna go that way.
I have a look and see if I. Is there anything out of the ordinary? Is there anything there's not known tracks or the tracks that we brought with us?
No tracks that you can see. You can give me an investigation check if you're looking for something specific.
Can I aid someone else in investigating?
Greg is gonna just sniff the air in the room. Does he smell a changeling? He's smelled one before.
You know what, Craig? Give me a perception check.
That's a nat one. Yay! I only smell Magnar's goat.
Craig, you smell wine.
Alcohol.
Can I check the floor for like heavy disturbances? Maybe even traces of blood?
I will aid you in that.
Yeah,
That's what
you
I
can.
said.
Or if
Craig
someone
is
else, if
looking-
someone else is aiding you, I'll do you guidance then. If Magna's aiding you.
Crag's looking to see
I'll
if any
aid
of these
if you wanna
casts
do
have been
guidance,
tapped.
yeah.
Okay.
So in this room, you see it contains
That's 1 and
about 12.
19.
All right, I'll get
No.
to that now. So you see this room contains 12 40-gallon barrels set into wide alcoves. Each barrel appears to be secured by a wooden brace. The barrels to this in the south alcove all have been tapped with wooden spigots.
Total 28.
Total 28. Yeah, you do not see any blood. You are fairly certain that it's been cleaned up already.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Okay.
Is there any like secret entrances out of here?
Give me an investigation check.
I don't.
Thank you.
While you got Magna is doing that, what is everyone else doing? Ilian was doing investigation. Craig, what are you doing?
Crag is walking and like knocking on all the barrels to see if any of them are hollow or empty.
All right, so you knock on. I'm assuming you're starting from left to right.
Yeah, he left. He's gonna work his way around the room.
All right, so you knock on these two. They appear to be half full.
They've been tapped though, right?
Yeah, these 4 have been tapped.
19, by the way.
Okay.
19, cool. Yeah, you do not notice anything.
He's gonna keep going.
All right, as you knock on the 3rd barrel,
A wine monster.
Don't be a mimic. Don't
Don't
be a
be a
mimic.
Don't be a don't be a
you hit the barrel with your hand, and as you try to pull your hand back, it doesn't come back.
Oy.
Your hand seems to be stuck to the barrel.
As like is glued or is it in the barrel, like sunk in?
As you look down at your hand, you kind of see the barrel shape beginning to change as it kind of like silly putty starts running around.
As
your
it does that, is this the hand that Craig has the gauntlet on?
hand. It won't matter because we are going to be rolling initiative.
Oh no, it's a mimic!
So I'm just gonna clear this turn order quickly.
I'm just going
Don't
to play
be a
chat
mimic,
for it.
don't
We could
be
talk
a
about this for weeks. I'm playing chat.
I swear, Jean swapped this into a mimic as I hit it, just because you started singing the song.
No, that's actually where I had the mimic the whole time.
Oh, I know.
Aldrin and Magna are just gonna walk out. Like, yeah, we
Nope,
leave it to it,
nope,
Craig, don't
nope.
worry.
You got this.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing this now.
Just need to roll Luca's initiative as well.
Oh, 17. Nice.
And I will leave it up to you guys what Luca does on his turn.
11, not terrible.
Mimic initiative.
Be lower than 11. Yes.
This isn't a
All right.
changeling, though, so this is going to be interesting.
Alien, you rolled the highest initiative.
Nope.
Craig is stuck to a barrel.
It's eating my hand.
Many things to. Okay. I'll just send a mind sliver at the Boxy, the mimic.
All
But
right.
that's it.
Can they clearly see it's a mimic at this point?
It's beginning to change its shape.
Okay,
they
so-
just assume.
Would I know to attack it then?
You all know what a mimic is.
Give me an intelligence check.
Because I'm guessing all we know is he's stuck at the moment.
My hand is sinking into it. This is not normal.
Okay, that's a 2 plus 4, so that's a 6.
You are fairly certain that whatever this thing is, it is not normal for a barrel to eat someone's hand.
As Craig starts punching it with his other fist, he's trying to get it to let go. He's like, no.
Yep, and then
No.
both your fists are stuck if you do
No,
that.
no. He's hitting on top of the bit where his hand's stuck, so it's
Still, I
actually
really-
just knocking it down.
I really don't think Ilya knows what this is. I'm gonna offer Craig a help action
Yeah,
It's
you
a
can-
mimic.
to get loose. It's not your turn. Shut up.
Yeah, you
Okay, I can
can.
talk on my turn. It's a free action.
Yeah, so you are using the help action basically on Craig to break free from the grapple.
Am I?
Ald-
I am grappled.
Yeah, you are grappled. Alduin, what are you doing?
Would I have, at any point in my time in the guard, have come across or heard of stories of mimics, shape changes? That I can't-
Probably stories. I mean, you guys have faced shape changes before,
yeah, but not.
not necessarily a mimic.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And does this thing? Is it still? So this still looks mostly like a barrel that's eating him, as opposed to it turning into anything else.
Yeah, it's kind of looking like a barrel with teeth at this stage.
Okay. Well, I don't want to do magic because that turns me into a.
Oh,
Gets me
does
close
Alien
to
have
hell.
roll, or was that just because it's a cantrip he doesn't?
If I think it's still a barrel, I won't use Sacred Flame because that requires a creature. Same with Toll the Dead.
It's alive.
I can't see it looking alive at the minute. I'm going to hold a Sacred Flame in case I see a hostile creature.
All right. Craig, what are you doing?
So I'm grappled, but I can still attack, right?
Yes.
So I still have a battle axe. So Craig's gonna put with his remaining hand, pull his battle axe out of his his belt, and then just swing it down on top of the mimic, like the barrel, and just try cut it.
All right, roll an attack.
+5. I'm gonna go reckless as well, by the way.
Yep.
22. So that's
22 does hit.
a battle axe. That's a D10.
A D8 because you only do it
D8,
one-handed.
Oh yeah. It's 12. Oh, that's a D12. Sorry, one more. 8 plus 5, so that's no +3 because I haven't raged yet. Actually, no, fuck it, I would have raged. So plus 5 plus I'm gonna do a divine fury because Crab wants this thing off him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 plus 3, so that's an additional 7. And so that's what? 7 plus 7. So that's 14 damage.
All right, 14
And then
damage.
I'm going to make my second
As-
attack.
As you strike the mimic with your battle axe, your battle axe seems to stick in it.
Oh,
Can I try pull it out to make a second attack still?
Yeah, give me a. This will. Well, no, pulling it out would take an action.
Okay. Craig's just gonna like let go of the axe and then just stand there looking pissed off.
Gonna rage again.
He's already raging, man.
All right.
Get off!
The
Wait.
mimic.
I could use my hand axe, but now fuck that. I'm not losing another one.
All the axes just lined up along it.
The mimic is now going to.
Try
Firstly,
slow, probably.
yeah, it's going to hit you with a pseudopod. Oh, I rolled that one on roll 20. That's fine. 18 to hit, Craig,
Hits.
with a pseudopod.
Yep, that definitely hits.
You take. Where's my D8? You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Produced at all?
At that,
Yeah, you can do your sacred flame.
sorry,
Well,
Craig, I spoke over you.
No, just, would that be reduced to 2 or 3?
Yeah, you are raging, so it would be reduced to 2.
Dexterity save DC 15, please.
Can I give a disadvantage on that because I'm stood in place kind of holding it still?
No.
No, okay.
It is grappling you. You are not grappling it.
Yeah, but like I'm heavy. It's not gonna be able to dodge with me.
Yeah, that's an 18 on the dex save.
Okay. Does anything happen to me?
Sacred flame. No,
Cantrip. Okay.
nothing happens. It is then Craig gonna swing at you with another pseudopod.
Fuck off!
But then people that cantrips.
Yeah, that's only a 6 to hit.
That does not hit.
And then it is going to try to bite you. That's also not going to hit. So you see kind of teeth begin to sprout around your arm and try to gnaw at you.
I just pull it out. We got my arm, just pull it away.
It's still got you grappled though.
Yeah, I know. But I have 3 arms. I'm gonna like shove my hand up against it. Hold its tooth up. So, like no.
Magna, can you give me a dex save, please?
Oh, there's another.
Okay.
There's another.
As the barrel behind you kind of, opens up and a stream of acid.
No. Let me
Gonna
just
make
check
it
something.
triples.
Worse. Got worse.
You can add your shield's AC bonus to dexterity saving throws. That targets only you. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so my shield is a +2, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That ain't gonna make a fucking flying bit of difference.
How
Say
much?
it.
6 minus 1 plus 2, so that's 5.
All right. So Magna, that'll be 3, 8, you take 36 points of acid damage.
Oh shit!
That hurt.
Magnar's armor just melts.
As the stream of acid just hits you from behind.
Remember, you still have
And-
the temporary hit points from earlier
Yeah.
And
you
this-
done.
for the good it's going to do.
This mimic is now going to go 5, 10, 15.
Question: would that have damaged Magnar's Owlbear cloak?
No,
Why?
shut up.
Just curious, like, see how, like,
We'd all be left with like no clothes left.
Yeah.
If fire and acid and everything affected all of us. We'd have nothing.
Yeah, let's say that Luca is going to, because that one is engaged now with. Well, it's engaged with
I
Craig.
think he'd
the
probably
whole
do
time.
short. I
He's-
think he'd do short bow because he's seen the battle axe, so he'll just.
Yeah. So he'll just take a shot at the. Where is his short bow? Short sword, short bow. With sneak attack. Short bow. 16 will hit, so that would be some damage to that mimic. He's going to take 15 points of piercing. And then he's just going to step behind you, Aldwin, and attempt to hide.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Exactly what you.
All right, so that is a 22
Sorry,
on
guys.
stealth. No problem. Magna, what are you doing?
I honestly have no freaking idea right now.
Might.
Yeah, but that means hitting it. Okay, so for my action, I'm going to attack this one that just absolutely freaking annihilated me.
Hmm.
So first one is 18
18 hits.
for a measly 5 points of damage. And I take my
5
second
points.
attack.
Cool.
Second attack's not going to hit. That's like 9.
No, 9 misses, unfortunately. It clangs off the side.
Wait, so
And
how
then
much damage
put
did
my-
you do to it there? That did fuck-
Appears to be wood.
Something happened with your mic there, dude. It went really weird. Now for my bonus action, I will cast on myself Sanctuary.
Right, roll me a d20, please.
Oh, no.
Join us.
No!
Join us.
What did you roll?
4.
Cool, good to know.
We all
Hang on,
float
Hang on,
down
hang on.
here.
That's what? Oh, that's just a d20. Yeah, it's not like a saving throw. Yeah, so 4.
No. Ilian, what are you doing?
Help.
I did help you the previous round. You just
And
didn't take it.
work.
You didn't take it.
Just kill the barrel.
I think this could be a very good lesson.
Yeah, that you should kill barrels.
I'll hit the barrel with Toll the Dead.
Which one?
Let's do Crag's one.
All right.
So that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that would be wisdom.
12.
15,
It's a 15, then you pass if you roll the 15.
yeah, 17, 15 on the dice.
Okay, yeah.
They're wise?
Pretty
Of
much.
course, they're predators. What did you expect?
I didn't expect them to be wise. They're barrels.
They mimics.
They're fucking barrels.
What else are you doing, Ilian?
I'll move back to there.
Where's Donkey Kong when you need
No
him?
more help for you. I'm trying.
Aldwin, what are you doing, Mr. Glowstick?
Well, in for a
Very
penny,
true.
in for a pound. So, not knowing where Luca is, I will step forward and Spirit Guardians again. Because why
All
not?
right.
Nothing's happened to me so far.
I know.
What's the
It's
what's
worn
the
off,
level-
obviously. I've just seen you on that one. So,
What's the level of Spirit Guardians?
level 3.
D20 plus 4, please.
Plus 4.
Aldwin explodes.
And how did you die in that campaign? Well, you'll never guess. That's a 20.
Cool.
Not natural. Dirty 20.
I feel like the higher it goes, the worse it gets.
I feel like that's the case.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Uh,
my shitty rolls are
I
actually
would've
doing me a
probably
favour
gone to
right
there.
now.
Yeah.
Aldwin,
Did I get time to move before that happened?
yeah, you begin to feel an itch at the back of your neck.
Oh no.
Do I see anything seeing him like
You can
Standing
check it.
in-
You can make a check at the end of your round if you'd like.
okay, no, I'm just gonna ignore it. Just wanted to see if I see anything like that obvious.
Okay. So that was my action to do that.
So there's just no problem.
Yes, they both need to make wisdom saves. The
On
spell
their
worked.
turn, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the spell took effect, definitely.
Yeah, spell's there. I'll chuck it in chat just so it's there.
Cool.
I don't think I've got any useful bonus actions.
Do you have Holy Weapon yet? Because Taliesin used to always forget Holy Weapon's a bonus action, and it's one of the best spells in the game.
I do not have Holy Weapon yet, so
Oh.
that would also involve me hitting people, which is not what Aldrin does.
I mean, you could cast that on Crag, and Crag could fuck this up. But yeah.
Still don't have it. Still don't have it. So no, that's what I'm saying this time around. So,
Craig.
Well, he's learned hitting this isn't going to do much. So continuing his rage, he's just going to try, pull himself out of it.
All right, give me a strength check.
With advantage because raging.
Yes.
17 plus 5, so it's 22.
More than enough. You are able to. So sorry, that should have been a straight roll for you.
Straight roll without my bonus?
Yeah. With your bonus, you would get a straight roll. Advantage and disadvantage cancel.
Oh yeah. So the first one I rolled was a 17, anyways.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You are no longer grappled by this thing.
And then I'm just moving this so I can see the health bar. Oh, okay. Is my battle axe still stuck in it? Does it look like it's stuck as in like the blade is stuck into it, or does it look like it's stuck as in it's like being absorbed?
It looks like it's glued to it.
Well, I can't.
Okay. I mean, as every round goes by, this thing is looking less and less like a barrel.
Okay, so if I use the Javelin of Lightning Bolts as like melee, can I still cast Lightning Bolts with it?
I believe that's only if it's thrown.
Can I
check for you?
I have disadvantage if I throw it at this range, though, won't I? Fuck it. I'm going to take 2 steps back and I'll brace the opportunity attack.
Yep. All right. So it is going to swing out at you with a pseudopod. That is an 8 on the dice. 13.
Doesn't hit.
Cool.
And he's going to take another 2. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And get into flanking with this one, with Magnar. And then I'm going to throw the Javelin of Lightning Bolts at this one over here.
All right. It is at disadvantage.
Oh.
Because you are in melee with another creature.
Ah, fuck it. Instead of plus 5, I'm confident. 13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
But it is still a 5-foot wide cone, so would it still, or 5-foot wide line? So if I throw it there, would it still do anything, or no?
Yeah, it would still. I mean, you're still trying to hit it, so they're gonna make
Dex
saves. First one is.
Oh shit! Magnar is in the.
A 21. Yeah, Magnar's in the line.
Sorry, Magnar.
So first one's a 21, so that's a success. The next one is a 16, so that's a success.
What do I need to roll?
Dex save.
Dex save DC 13.
Sorry, I was trying to throw it. Like I didn't realize when I got into flanking it, you'd be in it.
Okay, so I rolled a 12. I have a +2 because of my shield, but a -1, so I have 13 exactly.
Means it beats it.
Everyone takes half damage.
And Magnar, you can ignore that using your shield anyways, right?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. As my reaction, I can make that 0. So yeah, that's fine.
Cool. And how many d6 is that?
It's 3d6.
Well,
Axe gone rogue. He's trying to kill Magna.
17.
17 halved is 8.
Yeah. So both mimics take 8 damage.
So seeing him wind up this javelin, knowing exactly what this javelin is at this point, Magnar's just literally shield up at the head like, oh fuck.
Crag strike to kill Magnar, Alduin's a changeling.
Crag screams duck at Magnar before he throws it. So
Crag's a changeling. Get him.
And then for my second attack, I don't want to get my I don't want to get my good sword stuck. So Crag's gonna pull out his great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have all the weapons. And reckless attack.
Do you have another great axe?
His battle axe is already gone.
Battle axe.
Okay.
But to be fair, I've been meaning to get rid of the battle axe anyway, so I'll just leave it there. What else wants it, they can have it. 14.
14 hits.
So it's great weapon master strike, so that was a 19 on the dice. Great weapon master, by the way. 6, 5, 10, 11. So it's 21 points of damage.
All right. Your battle axe gets stuck.
And then fuck. This thing has so much health.
You have no more bonus actions left to draw another weapon.
Crag is just gonna curse.
Wisdom saves, please, for both of them.
Yes. They are quite wise. First one that's bad. That's an 8. And a 14.
Both fail. Both take 15 points of radiant damage and have their speed halved
All right.
while they're within the radius.
Cool.
Oh my god,
Right.
these things are tanky.
Cool. So just gonna roll something for the one in between Magnar and Craig. Cool.
Splits into 2.
Yes. So the one in between Magnar and Craig is first gonna try and hit you. That is a 19 to hit.
It's
You take
Disadvantage because I'm next to him.
okay.
didn't
Hang
you?
on, let me just check the rule of that.
No, you used your reaction
You
already.
use your
Yeah,
Oh, I
you've used
did,
your reaction.
yes.
Yes. So it's
'cause I
19
threw
to
the
hit.
javelin. Sorry about that.
It's a 7 on the dice plus another.
You sealed your own
Craig.
fate.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, half
That's
to 5.
I can take it.
Magnar, and you are grappled.
Ah, fuck off.
Yeah, so Magnar, a
Can I make a contested
20
strength to avoid the grapple or no?
no, you can't.
Okay.
Magnar, you take it's a 23 to hit.
Before you do that, you need to give me a wisdom save of 14 or lower. I'm saying I need it to be 14 or lower.
That's 15.
Damn it!
Aw.
Okay, yeah, that hit.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
I won't go anywhere anyway. So like,
And then the mimic is going to try and bite. Let's go for Magnar.
Yep, Magnar.
wisdom save.
Okay, so that is a 21 on the wisdom save.
What the hell?
Can I
Okay.
make him reroll that wisdom save?
Oh,
You can, yes.
Please.
So that is a 5 on the wisdom save.
Ha!
he misses then. He has to. He either misses or has to choose another target. I believe. Let me just read that very quickly.
Yes, it's miss or choose another target. You know what? He's going to choose Craig.
Oh, it's that wonderful thing where the teeth are going that way, then they go through it.
He just does a circle. He's like, no, not you. You look tastier.
So Magnar, that's good for you. Craig, not so much for you because I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You couldn't have saved the reroll.
Sorry, man.
Thank you.
Craig, you take 10 points of piercing damage, halved,
That's not that bad.
and then you take
Okay, never mind.
4 points of acid damage.
-9. Not bad.
Then we get to the other mimic.
That was the
Here
worst
we
nat
go.
20 ever. That was not like 9 damage off a crit. Like,
Yeah, there was. I rolled crap on the damage there. Aldwin, make a dex save, please.
Because I'm good at them.
As this one is also spitting acid at you this time.
Do I get an advantage because Magnus within? Do I get a bonus because Magnus within 10 foot from his aura of protection?
Magnar, just give that to me quickly.
What was that now? Sorry.
Do you have an aura of protection?
No, I've got Sanctuary up. Oh,
Yeah,
Your,
you have
your
like a
level
permanent
6
aura.
paladin feature, is that not an aura of protection?
we're not level 6, are we?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
are.
If no, I don't have that. I don't think so.
Is that not? You should do, shouldn't you?
you should. You maybe you didn't. Did you level your character up in the end?
Are you sure that's for my oath? Let me check that out.
I thought that was a core paladin feature, level 6. You got aura of protection.
I've got the paladin stuff open in front of me. Let's see, level 6. Aura of protection. Starting at 6th level, whenever you're a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
You must
Okay,
be conscious to grant this bonus.
I don't have that on my sheet. I didn't realise I had that. Sorry, guys.
No problem. So yes, you get a bonus equal to Magnar's charisma.
That's
So you get a +3.
I'm going to need it. Cool.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realise I had that.
Oh, you're fine. It happens.
I think you
dex
also
save.
actually get bonuses.
That would be a 9.
All right. You take 36 points of acid damage.
36.
36.
3-6 or 5-6?
Don't forget your
3-6.
concentration check.
3-6. Okay, that's
Yes,
cool.
And a concentration check, please.
Yeah, that's not going to go well, that concentration check, is it?
So that is a 13. No, 18, sorry.
It's an 18 I'd need to do. But with a +3 bonus.
Ah.
16.
All
Nope.
right.
Oh,
Spirit Guardians is
drops.
down.
That was the thing that was killing them.
Yeah,
Yep.
Luca is just going to. Which one should he shoot? The top one or the bottom one?
Oh, which one looks the weakest?
Everyone looks more damaged, I think.
Let's give a quick look. They basically about the same, to be quite honest.
Let's say the top one, maybe. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
so
top one was
you're-
two was grappled.
Yeah, he'll go for the one that's got 2 of his companions grappled. Yeah, not gonna hit with a 9.
Wasn't he hidden?
Well, his thing that he was hidden behind
I
has
moved.
run away, so no.
Because
he's
he
no longer
stealthed, I didn't
hidden.
realise he was there.
So that would be, we'll say Luca is just going to get out of line of sight and hide again. Because that's what Luca would do.
You're right back.
Wait, who said that? What?
Yeah, 20 on stealth again, so no one knows where Luca is. Magnar, you are grappled.
Yeah. Lay on hands is an action, right?
It would be an action, yes.
You can't really afford to go.
I'll double check for you because, like I said, when I've
I'm
got
pretty
the
sure it
paladin
is. Yeah, I was looking at it.
open here.
I mean, if you kill it,
As an
though,
action, you can touch a creature. Yeah. But I can do that to myself as well. So I'm gonna, for my action. Sorry, it's one thing I need to check. I don't think it counts because it's a feature. No, so I can do that. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself 20 points of healing.
Mm-hmm.
And for my bonus action, I'm not gonna do anything. So I'm just gonna have to stay there and hold off.
All right, Ilian, what are you doing? Would you like to cast a spell?
It's not that. It's just that the spells I can cast are me.
Cast the spell. See what happens.
Okay, let's do Tasha's Mind Whip on this one.
Level.
Second level. I only have second level.
Okay, cool. Tasha's Mind Whip. That is an intelligence save.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Okay. So that is 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12 damage.
All right, give me
And-
a D20 plus 2. Plus 2, yeah.
Okay. That's a 2 plus 2. So 4.
4. All right, cool. Good to know.
And can
is the-
only take an action, bonus action or movement.
That's fine. Aldwin.
Does that mean it can't take reactions, or does that mean it's?
It can also not take reactions.
Have we seen you cast this before? Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yes.
would
It's the tendril thingy snapping out and then lashing at them.
so we
We've
would.
seen it a few times.
We have
Yes,
seen it,
yeah.
so we know it slows
And
them
let me
down.
just double check.
He's definitely cast. He cast it on the orc
Damage
earlier.
and- yeah, it can't take
Yeah.
reactions. Yeah.
Oh, I would like to move away from that thing. I think. Oh, there again, did more damage away. And Aldrin's not moved. Alien's not moved. Sorry. Damn it. Okay, fine.
You can still.
So, I also like getting the +3 bonus.
Do what you gotta do, buddy.
Sorry, can I retrace a little bit because forgot about his plus bonus? Can I just like move into his plus bonus at least?
As long as you're in 10 foot of Magna, you'd be
Yeah.
getting it.
Okay, so now if I stay there, then that's fine.
Yeah, if you stay there, it's fine.
That could have helped us quite a few times. I had no idea about that at all.
What
Well,
do you do?
it's only kicked in since if you're within 10 foot, you get a +3 bonus to saving throws. All
Yeah,
of them.
so we're not using the optional rules for measurement.
Sorry, I keep changing my mind what I want to do.
No problem.
Guiding bolt at the one that's killing the two of us. Do it.
How about me not going down in the next round if this one still lives?
Okay.
If you kill this one, I'll kill that one.
That thing has a lot of health left though.
Yeah.
That one's still got a bit of health left.
No, I'm just going to put out Lightbringer and just hit it.
All right. Roll your
It's gonna
attack.
get stuck.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. 23 to hit for 9 bludgeoning. Magical bludgeoning.
Did
All
you do the
right.
thing with the light open do extra radiant damage?
It's not undead.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
only against undead, but Lightbringer is now stuck in what you guess would be the skull of a mimic, and it kind of looks like a unicorn now.
Is
It's still alive.
It is still alive.
Well, foosballs. That's annoying. That's a max roll as well. Okay. Bonus action healing word on myself then.
Level.
So if, just level 1.
All right, so give me a d20 when you're done.
This is gonna hurt the next
Not
one.
bad.
Still gonna hurt. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Go on, Helm. What more have you got for me? That's an 11.
11.
So I've got itchy thing in my neck. I'm blue.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
shining.
Yeah, nothing else happens.
Cool. That's my turn.
Craig, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna throw a javelin at the further away mimic.
Disadvantage in your attack.
Yeah. $16 hit.
A 16 does hit.
That's a D6. 4 plus 5, so that's 9 damage.
All right, more than enough to take down that mimic.
And then with one hand, can he draw the raven's wing and just jam it down on top of the this mimic?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
I'll do a reckless for this. I didn't do great webmaster, so that's
Wait, so yeah, so it's a two-handed weapon, so I'm going to say you'd get disadvantage for attacking with one hand.
I did reckless to make it advantage.
Yeah. So I'm saying
it's
just going to cancel each other out. It's going to be a straight roll.
And I'm also flanking, so what I get?
No, because you don't.
No, you don't get double advantage.
Okay.
No.
I just was wondering if it wouldn't cancel out. No, that's fine. That's a 14, so that's a 19.
19 hits.
And then just 2d6 plus 6. 2d6 plus 1. Well, 18. Max damage on that. And then my Divine Fury, so that's 4. So that's 22 points of damage.
All right, it is still up.
Fuck.
Barely, but it is still up. So now it's its turn. Let me just get a bit closer here. See what.
Did I have my +1? I had my +1.
Yeah, I think you
cool.
did.
So Magnar, it is going to strike out at you with a pseudopod.
Wisdom saving throw.
All right, so that is a 17.
Okay.
So first pseudopod, that is a 4. 2. That's a 7.
The hit? No.
No, that doesn't hit. Next attack.
Wisdom saving throw first.
All right, that's a natural 20 on the wisdom save.
I'd rather
It's
it be on that
twice.
than the damage.
Then that is a 23.
That hits.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Third attack, it's going to try and bite you.
Wisdom save first.
16.
Misses. Wisdom save just. Oh no, sorry, 14. Yeah, it does connect.
Yeah. It's going to
the
try
hit?
and bite you. That is a 19.
Yeah, it hits.
You take 11 points of piercing damage
This might kill Magna. I'll take him down in units.
and 5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
He's still up?
Mm. I am a hardy dwarf.
So Luca is just going to step up so that he can properly see this thing and sneak attack with the short bow. Let's see, can Luca hit this time? Yeah, 26 definitely hit. So as this thing is grappling both Crag and Magnar,
And their weapons.
and their weapons, this thing looks like a porcupine at this stage. Luca just takes a second to aim at it, and an arrow flies and it strikes true. And Crag, you and Magnar both feel its grip on you loosen as the pseudopods begin to fall away. Your weapons clatter to the ground as this thing is now motionless.
Can we check this room, make sure there's no more?
I feel like if there was another, it would have attacked, right?
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Would I know if these
I
creatures
will. Can I just try and
aura?
target all the barrels of Sacred Flame in turn? Because Sacred Flame only works on a creature.
Yeah.
So it'll take me about a minute, but I can just basically
you
try and
can
cast
go
spiritual-
through the remaining 10 barrels and none
Yeah.
of them seem to react.
Cool.
Okay.
Crag retrieves all his weapons.
Can
Yeah,
we take
Lightbringer.
10 minutes here.
I think so. Yes.
Okay, so if we're taking 10 minutes, I'm going to do a prayer of healing.
I will also. Oh, just 10 minutes. Okay, never mind.
All right. Magnar, give me a d20 plus 4.
Okay. That's what 16 plus 4, so a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Magnus' hair falls out.
So, for everyone, if I can direct everyone's attention
Oh shit.
to Magna,
Do we still get the healing though?
you get the healing, yes.
Okay, so
It only takes effect when the spell ends.
okay, so everyone gets 13 points of healing.
So,
Nice.
as everyone feels the healing energy wash over them, and with everyone's eyes on Magna,
I swear, if you take my beard, I'm gonna just.
Oh.
What the fuck?
that happens, and that is where we are going to end it tonight.
Not a fuck. No, come on.
What the fuck?